Hey, it's Russ Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Delta Green tonight. This scenario is called Hypogeum Incognita, which I hope translates to underground tomb, the hidden underground tomb in Latin, something like that.
We were just discussing that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we'll find out. So we have a full table with us. You all live in the same neighborhood, right on the coast in California. We'll say the city of Cambria, which I believe is about in the middle of California, right on the coast. So it's a nice middle class city, and you live in a nice middle class neighborhood. Everything's nice and normal. Definitely going to stay that way. So I'll start with.
Gosh, it's nice living here in Pleasantville.
Yeah, basically, it's in Pleasantville. So I'll go with the one to the right of me on the little screen. Jacques, please introduce your character.
All right, I'm Jacques Root. I'm a 49-year-old paramedic who's lived in Cambria for most of my life. I have a sister, Sophie, that is her and her son are pretty much the only people in my life. And then my partner here is Dylan Kara.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
That's me. I'm Alex. I'm playing Dylan Kara, another paramedic of fit, perspective, and yeah.
Cool.
I'm chilling at my house, I guess, gaming while this is going
on. And then yeah, fair. And then next up are Mr. Brexit. Please introduce your character.
I'm Mr. Brexit, and I'm playing Sandra Kenner, a 63-year-old librarian, but I put her profession as historian because that's the template I'm using.
Okay, fair enough.
She's had a variety of careers over her life and is trying to settle down here in Cambria.
All right. Very good. Then right below me, Scribblykins, please introduce your character.
Yes, hello, I'm Scribblykins. I will be playing Broderick Nebel, yes. Broderick Nebel, another historian who's in his 40s and probably not too fit and strong from the looks of it.
Okay. I'm sure that'll be fine. And then finally we have Wintermute, who is playing.
Hi, I'm Wintermute, and I'm playing Wyatt Sherman, a 30-year-old male nurse who also, God, the words just disappear. Who also volunteers with search and rescue.
Okay, very good. So we'll say it is, let's see here, March 15th. It is an evening. You're all home from a day of work, or just if you're retired, just hanging out all day, or whatever it is you do. Your normal lives. I'll just go to each of you and sort of like at about 6:15 p.m. When where just describe briefly where your character is at their home. You all live in the same sort of cul-de-sac. So the end of the street. You're all neighbors with each other. In fact, you all pretty know each other to some degree or another. At least you would recognize each other's face. Of course, there are other houses on the street, but yeah. So we'll start with Jacques. What are you doing at 6:15?
I'm probably sitting on the couch watching the local news and supposedly helping my nephew with his homework.
All right, very good. What's your nephew have homework in?
We'll say algebra.
Algebra. Are you good at helping him or her? Or no, you said nephew. Yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disinterested because it's been a long day.
Okay, great family work there. So yeah, no.
There's a reason I'm still single.
All right. Let's see here. Sandra. What is Sandra doing after a long day?
Probably about sitting down for dinner with Harold.
Okay. What is Harold? What kind of mood are both of you in?
I'd say neither of us are in a bad mood. It's been a fairly run-of-the-mill day, I'd say.
Okay.
We're just kind of having dinner and thinking about something to do to break the monotony.
Okay. All right. Yeah, a little bored. All right, that's fine. Let's see. Broderick. What is Broderick doing? 6:15.
Grading.
Great. Oh. What level of class are you teaching?
It's like third year's bachelor's. I'm doing the heavy stuff. They expect me to actually put effort into teaching them now. So,
Are the students doing well?
some of them.
Some of them.
I'm not a useless teacher, so I actually try to encourage the ones that actually do good work.
Okay. Well, what's the subject?
Oh, it's late age Roman Imperium.
Okay. Yeah. Fascinating topic. All right.
So Constantinople and that kind of stuff.
All right. Let's see here. Dylan, what are you doing?
Dylan's sit after. I'm not sure if he's coming off another day of work, or if not, he's been out playing sports. But he's settling onto Twitch, starting to game.
Okay. Is he streaming or just watching?
Just watching for now.
Okay. All right. And then any particular favorite game he likes to watch?
Actually, what's the face? The guy that scams scammers.
Scam. Okay.
Yeah, this guy who just trolls scammers and tries to take up their long time on like.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Let's see. Wyatt, what are you doing at this time?
Well, since about 6-ish, I'm helping the wife with dinner. And, well, I have a choice. I can either help her with her kale cleanse, or I could talk about it and end up on the couch. So I'm helping.
Okay. And what is for dinner?
I don't know. I'm not eating it. It's
Okay.
some form of kale. I'm chopping kale.
Okay.
Just green.
All right. Just green as far as the eye can see. So yeah, there you all are in engaged in your normal lives, your normal domestic routine. Nothing out of the ordinary. When the earthquake hits, now depending on when
Now, this is California, so that is also nothing out of the ordinary.
it is nothing out of the ordinary. So I imagine all your characters have lived in California at least long enough that this is not their first earthquake. So there's no need to roll for anything. There's no one has to make a sand check. It's not that powerful. I mean, it's powerful. It's enough. It's knocking things off tables and causing the lights to stutter in some cases, to flicker on and off. So it's definitely not a tremor. It's definitely an actual earthquake.
Roderick lets out a quiet, "Oh, thank God."
Car alarms are going off. And all of you can hear a tremendous sound coming from outside. The sound of wood, metal, and rock breaking apart. It is not coming from your own houses. You can tell that because if it was in your own house, you would definitely know. But all of you stagger to your feet after it lasts several minutes. But after what's, of course, that seems like an eternity to you. Because you're beginning to wonder, is this it's lasting long enough to be like, oh, is this a real earthquake? Is this happening? Nope. Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay, let's go out and assess the damage. There, all of you can see each other. The street lights are still working. It is early evening. There's still a tiny amount of light. And you can hear dogs barking, car alarms. But there's that one house, the empty house that sits at the very end of the cul-de-sac. And it seems to have been empty as long as all of you can remember, or at least for a while, at least a couple of years now. And this house has been split open. It is cleft in twain almost. And there's just sort of a silence for a second, or at least all of you is like, holy shit, that house got fucking clobbered. And that's when all of you hear the screaming. There's a person screaming inside, screaming in pain. It is just a ear piercing wail of agony. It is, and it keeps going. In fact, it seems to last for a few seconds, but it keeps going, and it just doesn't seem to stop. And all of your just, it takes you maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Maybe the paramedics respond first and start moving, start reacting quickly, but it's unsettling enough that all of you need to make a sand check. And if you fail, you lose 1. So you can go ahead and make that roll. But I will say, yeah, Jacques and Dylan, you're both paramedics. You've definitely heard that kind of scream when somebody was in real bad shape, like real bad car accidents, like
Really?
lower half of a person crushed kind of bad, or gut shot, or leg ripped off. Like, it's like if that person is not for sure dead, they're going to die soon if they don't get medical help. So you're both paramedics. You both just operate by reflex. You grab your kits and start running before you can really, like, before you realize, oh shit, I'm doing this. So I assume you're both going to keep running to the house to render aid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I say I grabbed like a med kit or like some sort of pack that was by the door? Yeah.
Yeah. You each have your own.
At my first, when seeing everybody, I probably brought out the kit to make sure everybody was okay.
Yeah. So both of you are already running. So the other 3 of you begin walking towards it. And
I wouldn't walk towards it because
Okay.
I'm a nurse. I'm an actual trained professional. I go back in and get my go back.
all right, yeah, you start running as well. It takes you a second later, but you're running to render aid as well. So leaving Sandra and Broderick, but both of you are quite curious about this, or at least like
Sandra
this is
is calling 911 and moving towards the house. So
all
she
right.
can
Lines are
describe what's
busy.
happening.
You can't get a call through. It seems everybody's calling 911 right now. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. You're still getting
Broderick-
signal though, but you can grab a flashlight and at least hold it up for people.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. So the 5 of you are the 5 of you are the people who show up. Everyone else is too scared or are lingering back. But as you get to the house, there's a massive hole in the side of the wall. And you let's see, Jacques and Dylan, you're the first ones there. You can see the screams coming from below. Apparently this house has some kind of basement. But as you look through the living room area, it's totally empty. Yeah, it's in fact you see no signs that anyone is living here. But you press on down into the basement. It is just stairs leading to a smooth concrete room. And then on the floor, and the room is empty except for the massive crack in the floor of the basement. There is a gap and just a yawning gap in the middle of the room where it just opens up into darkness. So, and that's where the screaming is coming from. Yeah. You 2 are the first ones on the scene. What are you going to do?
Do we have flashlights, or are the guys
Yep.
with the flashlights coming? I guess
You
I'm
do
going
have
up first.
flashlights. Okay. You take out your flashlights. You move over. Actually, both of you give me alertness checks.
Nope, my eyes have not adjusted to the light.
Okay. Jacques.
No.
All right. Let's see here. All right, Dylan. Give me a dex check. Dex times 5.
Pass.
Let's see.
56 on a 85.
All right, so you dodge out of the way as a piece of the ceiling of the basement falls onto the gap. Basically a large amount of debris, including some cross beams. The building is structurally unsound, so the scream is somewhat muffled by that. But the person is still screaming. So it'll take several people to lift it up in order for someone to look inside. Oh, and you were nearly hit by it, but you managed to dodge out of the way. So the remaining three of you see this happen. Are you going down to help move the debris out of the way?
Absolutely.
Okay. Sorry, was it Sandra who was asking something?
No, I just said absolutely.
Okay. All right. So all the remaining three get in the basement. You start opening up pulling the debris side. No die rolls necessary because while it's more large than heavy, it's just wooden planks and that kind of thing. So Jacques and Dylan, you're the first able to look inside. And give me a sand check.
I thought that was coming.
There, as you realize, someone built a space under the floor, under the ceiling, or under the floor of this basement, and then sealed it up. But someone is alive in there, and they're crawling up towards you or trying to. There it is. So did you fail?
I failed.
Okay.
I passed at 38.
All right. With a pass, you only lose one sand. With a fail, let's find out. All right, that is 4 sanity.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's not good. What you see is a person who is a skeleton or like skeletonish. The flesh is clinging to their bones. Their skin is blackened as though they have 3rd-degree burns and like have partially scabbed over, but the appearance is deathly, and you're amazed this person is alive. But rocks have like snapped their legs, and they're the ones. This person is wailing and just screaming at you. But that's when you notice something glittering on their skin. There are these fine reflective. There's something glinting from the light of your flashlight beam. Just this shimmering, like swarm moving up their arms, and almost like a swarm of insects, but made of crystal or a jewel. It's like your mind tries to process it, but it's hard to. But the shimmering mass, whatever it is moving off of the body and moving up the gap towards the two of you. The person is still incoherently screaming. So Jacques, you're kind of, well, you only lost 4, so you can still act. So Jacques and Dylan, first Jacques, what are you going to do?
I mean, I guess I'm kind of taken aback, so I'm a little bit in shock. So I turn to my partner and like, what are we doing?
Dylan, what are you going to do?
I act shocked as well, and how far down did you say this exactly?
You could actually reach down and grab he's reaching up to you, and if you reach down to him, you could grab hold of his hand.
I'll say,
if you put yourself like stomach down on the ground, you see what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Is there anything else? I'll ask if there's anything around I can like hold on to try to help lean down with, or like, is there anything I can like anchor onto, grab an additional?
Aside from other people, now you could ask somebody to hold on to you, but this basement was empty, and this person seems to have been walled up in an empty space.
Would a biology check help me identify whatever's crawling around?
I mean, if you sat down and thought about it, but like,
okay.
You're just like, it's nothing that comes to mind.
At that point, then being an EMT is all I am. So training will kick in, and I'll reach down.
Okay. So the two of you are going to reach down and help pull him up.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah, I guess I'll brace him.
Okay. The two of you pull him up. He's very light. That's when everyone sees him. So the remaining 3 people make sanity checks
Woo!
as you're holding the debris up.
Ah!
Sandra has a lot of sanity, but I don't think I needed to give her that much, just because she's rolling real well on these.
I am very good.
If you make it, you still lose
Roderick is
1.
very shocked.
All right. Well, he's this person
Still trying to
is.
figure out what part of the books this covers in.
Well, he still only loses 1 though, because a 1 on a 1d6 is still.
He's too confused. Like,
Yeah.
how is that man even alive?
Yeah, basically. No, it is very confusing. But all of you see the shimmering mass on the person. And that's when it starts spreading out into the room. There's several flashlights, which is your only real light source. But there's this shimmering cloud that's sort of permeating the room now. And all of you begin to feel light touches on your skin at various places, on your cheeks.
I dodge it.
You try and dodge it, but you feel something on your forehead. It's almost like being in a like they're almost like insects. But they're well, I mean, yeah, they're clearly not, because they're not making any sound, and they're reflecting in the light. They are reflective. They are glinting like a jewel or a crystal of some kind. Everyone give me another sand check for the being in this shimmering mass.
That's good. I'm fine with shimmering mass.
Yeah.
That's
It's 0
valid.
if you make it. It is. Let's see. I'll just.
I'm less okay with that somehow.
All right. That is 2 if you fail.
It's just like the 60s again.
I am still perfectly okay with this.
Okay. So
I guess at this point, I'm trying to rush the injured person out of this cloud as quickly as I can.
all right. So yeah, all of you, I imagine, are trying to get out of the house at this point.
Yep. I'm
All of you
securing the exit.
start staggering out, trying to stagger out of the basement. But as you get closer to the stairs, trying to get up, the shimmering mass intensifies. All of you feel stinging sensations in your skin, where the something touched you. There's a brief sensation of pain, and all of you simultaneously black out.
Fun.
You wake up minutes later. All of you are on the front lawn of the house, being treated by search and rescue professionals. The house is still there. If you look around kind of confused, there is a body bag being zipped up and put into an ambulance. And your loved ones are any loved ones that are were living with you are looking very worriedly at you. So I'll just go one at a time to ask you how you're reacting to it. So let's see, Wyatt, how are you handling this?
I look up. I say hi to Bill. Ask how he's doing. Give a thumbs up to the crowd.
Mm-hmm. People look relieved. Yeah. All right.
And I'm going to rest here for a minute.
Yeah. All right. Fair. Alex, how are you? How are you reacting?
I get up systematically, kind of check myself, just feel for anything, and then just I settle on everything that's around me and just kind of stare dumbfounded for a couple seconds, and just try to take it in and look towards the next person. There's a body bag being carried away by EMTs, and can I see if that doesn't count? If that's not one of us on the lawn.
Nope. You see all your neighbors. Okay. Yeah. You would.
All right.
By process of deduction, it's probably the person you found in the.
Yeah, I was just more open to that.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Fair question. Broderick.
He'll get to his feet unsteadily and say, I'm fine. And just wander on back into his house and check himself in the mirror.
Okay. Very good. Sandra.
Sandra's also going to very unsteadily get to her feet and then stumble over to hug Harold.
All right. Harold's very glad to see you. Okay. I don't know if you heard that, but someone rang my doorbell. So, in real life, this is not part of the game. Sorry, I will be right back.
That's what you want us to think.
All right. So
Suddenly we
that's-
black out and wake up on the lawn.
well, nothing is new about that part. The stuff in the house was new. Waking up on a lawn.
Question I'd be asking is how long has it been?
I
Yeah,
don't think
that's
we
what
know
I was.
yet.
Well, I'd reconnoiter with my
I
partner.
apologize for all the sand loss and pulling that person out. I figured
No,
it's
not
coming
really.
one way or
It's fine.
another.
It was gonna come
Yeah.
to us anyway. Don't worry.
I was like, well, I want to do it, but not. Okay. well,
Amazon never rests. So back to the game. Let's see here. I think only Jacques was left.
I guess first, I'm focusing
give him
on
a
checking myself out. Then I'm looking around for my family, but as soon as I see the body bag, I get kind of like really depressed because I didn't manage to save the guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that guy, how was he even alive in the first place? How is he able to scream that loudly? Like,
That's
yeah.
for the doctors to figure out. I just got to get him there.
Okay. Fair. Yeah. So sounds like all of you are going home though, to sleep it off. So, yeah. Or are you going to do anything else tonight? Or are you just going to like try and move on?
As
I want-
I'm walking
Yeah.
my dog
Okay.
at
Well,
night.
yeah.
Sorry. As I'm
we'll
walking my dog that night, I want to like go by that house and see if
Mhm.
it's still weird.
Define weird.
Is
It's
it
still there?
Still covered in a cloud of.
You don't see a
sparkly
shimmering
stuff.
mass.
Okay.
You don't see a shimmering mass. You didn't see it when you woke up, and you didn't see it when you walked the dog later that night, a couple hours later. So, all right. Let's see here. Alex, you wanted to do something?
I don't know. Just I'd probably go for a walk before bed and probably check out the house. Not like go in, but like walk by in the street, just kind of look at it and just kind of try to process what was going on, and then look to see where the shimmering light, the shimmering touched us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at. Is there any left on me?
You don't see any now. You do see
I'm-
some marks where you felt the touch.
I'm gonna look at those areas and kind of flex, and then think pensively before I go to bed.
Well, you do that. They almost look like bug bites.
If I can do something.
Sure.
Would
Go
I be
ahead.
able to use the internet to check on the house itself?
Yeah, give me a computer use or a research check, I think.
Would I use bureaucracy?
bureaucracy? Yeah, sorry, that's what they call it now. Yeah, bureaucracy. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Okay, coming up. Nope.
All right. Yeah. You don't know much about real estate. So yeah.
How long were we out?
About a little under 10 minutes, it looks like, between when you all it's somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. The rescue people were already on their way when you were all down in the basement, and you're not quite sure when you passed out, but you woke up when you woke up, but you don't know when you passed out. So, but it can't have been very long. So it was like 15 minutes between when you went in there and when you were pulled out. 20 minutes, maybe something like that. So pretty short time frame. Yeah. Any other questions, or anybody else want to do anything before you go to sleep?
Broderick will check himself and probably find the same marks where he got pinched.
Yep.
And then get a little bit worried and wonder about checking into a hospital, and he's going to call in like what can cause hallucinations and scratches, essentially.
Okay. Well,
like,
that's
did he hurt himself? Did he scratch himself? Did he like thinking he had bugs covering him?
does Broderick have any medical skills he wants to diagnose himself with?
Yes, he has medicine
Okay.
at 20.
Sure. Go for it.
think I'd like to do that too before we go to bed. I'd spend some time on Google trying to figure out what went on.
Yep. Dr.
crap,
Google.
In the rush.
Definitely accurate and definitely not going to build anxiety in you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get much.
Yeah. All right.
Possible roll for that as well.
Sure.
32 and 40 for medicine.
32. I mean, there's
Or I think I have biology at 40 as well.
Yes.
who knows what was in that underground space. I mean, there's gas leaks.
Thinking like
nothing.
Gas at the Oracle of Delphi. Yeah, hallucinations type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Before I go to bed that night, did I know the other paramedics that came?
No. You don't know every
so I can't reach out to them and find out what happened to the guy.
No, they're probably going to be busy. They're going to have to make a lot of there's a lot of work tonight after even a minor earthquake, because people have heart attacks or panic attacks or car crashes because of this, and they're gonna be busy the rest of the night. So you would have to make some skill rolls if you wanted to try and get something out of people tonight.
Can I do a bureaucracy check to call the station and get in touch with someone to find the records?
That tonight would be at a -20.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll try.
Okay.
That's all right.
Yep. No worries.
Hey, I made it.
All right. What are you trying to figure out exactly?
Just what happened to the guy. If there's if I could find out any information on the doctor who saw him or the report on him that they delivered.
He was DOA. And he is going to be autopsied. You don't get the name of the doctor though. Actually, no, you do. You would get the name of the doctor. That would be. Let's see here. It is Deborah Freeman. Is the name of the doctor.
Do I know her?
Dr. Freeman. See here. Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Hey, another dollar, Dr. Freeman.
Are you calling her tonight, or are you just
No. Just something I'm keeping in mind for tomorrow.
All right. So eventually all of you go to sleep.
I'll probably touch base with Sandra because she's also a historian, and I probably know her a little bit from work. Or
well, she's a librarian, but yeah, you'd still know her. So yeah.
We're close enough that but I'm just gonna did that happen? Did it happen to all of us? He's gonna question his own sanity there.
All right.
I thought all too that the bugs, the big room under the basement.
That rules out hallucinations. Huh.
What did I didn't actually get a good look at the room under the basement, did I?
I mean, you saw what I described, but if you want to ask additional questions, you have to go back to look at it.
Right.
Oh, Sandra, do you want to head over and look at it?
No, not tonight. Not tonight.
Okay.
All right then.
Yeah, it'll look better in the morning. You'll have daylight. Let's see here. So all of you go to sleep. And so when each of you, let's see, who's going to wake up first? Who wants to wake up first?
Sandra.
Sandra's an early riser. So, Sandra, when you wake up, you feel awful, terrible. And you get the sensation that suddenly, you're very, very cold. And you stop feeling the bed. And you realize you think you must be dreaming because you haven't, because it's still dark, but you realize you have opened your eyes. It's just absolutely dark. You can't see anything. You panic and start moving around and feel nothing around you. Eventually, though, something comes into view. You see a glint of light, but then something. The glint is getting larger and larger and larger until you realize you're somehow this nightmare. You're in space. You're flying towards a planet. It's getting larger and larger, and you're flying towards it, and you see it is turbulent. You can see the storms moving on the planet's surface. There's one shaped like a hexagon, and it is so absolutely vivid and real that your heart is just pounding through its chest. You feel like you're about to just have a heart attack when suddenly you actually wake up and you're in your bed and you feel terribly drained, and your body is in pain all over. Lose 5 sanity and 1 point of power.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So who wants to go next? Who
I'll go
wakes up next? All right. Wyatt. Well, you wake up and you're in a different room. It's a hotel, a cheap hotel room. And you were just lying on the bed, and you're moving, but you're not in control of it. It's like you're just watching your own body move, and there's blood on your hands. You feel blood on your face, and you see a trail of blood leading into the bathroom, and you casually get up and walk towards the bathroom, looking at a dismembered corpse, and you look up into the bathroom mirror, and you don't recognize your face. You're in someone else's body, and that's when you wake up and you feel pain and lose 1 point of power and 5 points of sanity. Who's next?
I guess I'll go.
All right, Jock, you just get up, and you feel awful, but as you get up, you have a glass of water next to the bed, and you stumble over to get it because your mouth feels dry. But as you stumble over to get it, you knock it off the night table, and it starts to fall, but then it stops falling, and then it stops entirely. But then you realize, no, it is falling. It's just falling so slowly. You watch as it slowly begins to fall towards the ground. What are you going to do?
I guess I reach for it.
All right, you reach for it. And then you catch it. Some of the water spills out, but you realize, you feel a tremendous amount of pain in your body. And some blood trickle out of your nose. Lose 1 point of power and 5 points of sanity.
Oh, wow, okay.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Okay.
Sorry, who was that?
Alex. Dylan.
Alex, yeah. So Dylan, you open your eyes, and you can see the sun, but the sun speeds up. It starts moving across the sky a lot faster than it should. Like it's just like steadily up. You look at the clock for a second, and the minutes are just blazing by, and then an hour later, an hour later. Well, I mean, for you, it felt like seconds. It suddenly catches up. Time is now at a normal rate, but it seemed like an hour went by in mere seconds. Go ahead and you feel awful. You feel in pain, and go ahead and lose a point of power and 5 points of sanity.
Okay.
And I think Broderick, you're the only one left. So Broderick, you wake up, and you look at the corner of your room. You hear a scratching sound, like something's on the other side of the wall, and there's this bluish glow coming from the corner of your room, and impossibly, this something starts coming out of the angle of the corner until you recognize it as some sort of claw, and you panic, and then it stops, and it's like it was never there. But there's still a claw mark dug into the corner of your bedroom. Go ahead, lose a point of power and 5 points of sanity. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So all of you are now. Let's see here.
Just a quick question: with the loss of power, does my maximum sanity go down, and thus my breaking point change and everything?
Yep.
Because if so, I hit a breaking point on that.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think? What kind of neuroses do you think you're going to get with that? Phobia, paranoia.
I would think paranoia.
Okay. Yeah. Fair. So yeah, you're very paranoid now. Do you yeah, you kind of freeze up for a bit, but eventually you come out of it. So I'll just sort of go player by player and ask what you kind of do now. Like Wyatt, what are you gonna do?
Well, one, I woke up on the couch because I had an argument with my wife.
Okay.
So get up.
All right.
I feel like utter shit, and I'm
Yep.
wondering when the hell I took ketamine because that's not a normal dream.
Nope. All right. Just gonna go to work then?
Pretty much.
All right. Let's see here. Dylan, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna check the clock when I wake up. What time is it for me? Because that's important now.
Yeah, well, you had the time sped up for you, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an hour late. Like,
I call Jacques and for my shift, and also explain bad dreams. I don't know. I'm on my way in.
all right, Jacques, how do you react to that?
I'm not answering my phone at the moment, so I'm checking myself
Yeah.
out in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And when I see all those marks that I hadn't seen before,
Mhm.
I rush out the kitchen, not talking to my sister or my nephew, and just being like, "Oh, I gotta get to work, bye," and rush out.
Okay. All right. So so it sounds like Jacques, Dylan, and Wyatt are just going to work.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Sandra. And what are you gonna do?
Sandra is going to call in sick to work and
Mhm.
sit down with a mug of tea in front of the television.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, Broderick, what are you gonna do?
Yes, I'm feeling very sick today. Yeah, so he's calling in sick and heading over to see if Sandra's still at home because he has physical evidence something is seriously wrong here.
Okay. Sandra, you hear a knock on your door. It's Broderick.
Oh, Broderick. Hi, hello. Come in.
Did anything happen to you?
Would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please. Actually, coffee. Thank you.
Coffee. Oh, all right. So yeah, I put on a pot of coffee, and anything happened? What do you mean?
Well, I woke up this morning, and I feel terrible, and there was a claw coming out of the corner of my room and making scratch marks as if something was trying to reach for me.
Do you have a possum?
No.
Or something?
It was definitely not a possum, and there is no way a claw could reach out of the corner. It is physically impossible, and yet there are claw marks all over that corner.
Oh,
Would you like to come have a look at it?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm either going insane or something is seriously wrong here.
I'll come over and have a look. Yes.
Okay.
Would you? So yeah, I head over and
Mhm.
I suppose I take a look at that corner.
Yeah.
I'll detail the bluish glow.
Well, there's no bluish glow now. But
Yeah, but like this was what what
Yeah,
I
there
saw
are
when I
claw
was-
marks in the wall in the corner. They do look to be at a weird angle. You're not. I mean, but there's still claw marks. Someone could have done that with a knife, technically. Yeah. If you want to make a skill check of some kind, you certainly are welcome to.
I guess some sort of intelligence check to figure out what could have done this.
Let's see here. Natural. No, sorry. Biology would work. Yeah, I always forget what game has which skills. Yeah, biology would work.
I do not have biology.
Okay. Well, there you go. Survival would work as well.
But I am widely read.
Mm-hmm.
As a
Yeah, but that doesn't give you forensics would work as well.
Okay.
But yeah, to identify a claw mark to a particular animal is not like I'm widely read. Like that's pretty specialized.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have then I guess I have no idea who what could have done this.
Nope.
Well,
If I'm coming off work, I'd like to reinvestigate the house after I'm done my shift.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come to that as soon as they figure out what they want to do with the claw mark. So
well, there's not a whole lot we can do.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are biologists or forensics experts.
Mm-hmm.
But
Have you considered
your
talking
name
to
is-
animal control? It might be some sort of vermin.
no. Broderick will insist that last night and today's events have been strange enough to make him reconsider his views on curses.
Okay.
So he has a bit of occult. Is there anything I can roll on that?
What are you trying to figure out?
Or have we been cursed?
Yeah, you can give me a cult roll.
No clue.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not these specific types of events have not been documented in the literature. But I mean, I will tell you for free, there's an earthquake that's always a bad omen. So that's not good. Yeah. All right, so you guys puzzle over the mysterious claw mark for a bit. And is there anything else you want to do before we fast forward to the paramedics getting off work?
Well, when I'm getting to work, my paranoid self, being in California in this day and age, I'm convinced that it's a 5G controlled like nanobot swarm. So
Okay,
as soon as I get into work, I'll see if Deborah Freeman's working.
sure. Dr. Freeman is working.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to her and be like, Doctor, did you get a weird corpse last night?
Why?
Look at my skin, and I'm gonna show her the marks. Something happened.
This looks
It's
like
the
bug
government.
bite.
No.
Jock, are you okay?
I-
Jock, you need to make some kind of social skill. Persuade would be good. Deception
got
would be
persuade.
good too.
I'll do
Yeah.
persuade.
All right, persuade.
Hey, I'm baking.
Okay. All right. She yes. When you mentioned that someone died in your neighborhood, she's like, "Oh, yes. Yeah, they found a body in a basement. It's
Yeah, I'm the one who found it.
yeah, he'd been dead for a while. I mean, his body was in real bad. It's weird. There's the coroner's going to autopsy it to figure out cause of death because the legs are broken, but they appear to be that was inflicted post-mortem is my guess.
You said dead for a while?
Yeah.
Is that a sand check for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, no. Good catch. Good catch.
And it's a failure.
All right. Let's go with a D4. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. 2 more sand.
Okay. I
So-
guess at that I'm gonna flee.
All right, yeah. Fair enough. Do you stay at work or are you just done for the day?
I'm gonna go back to Dylan because I know that I want to know if he's feeling the same thing.
All right.
Dylan, what happened to you last night?
Well, I had a dream that I don't know. I don't think anything of it, but what? Why? What happened to you?
It's Bill Gates, man. It's the 5G. They're after us.
I guess that makes sense.
Oh yeah, this is a pre-COVID world, so but that conspiracy theory still exists. So yeah, sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. She told me that he'd been dead for a while. Did he look dead when we found him?
I'm not entirely sure what I saw down there, but it could have been some sort of gas or stress or I don't know. I passed my sand check. I'm justifying the crap out of that.
They're in on it, man. They're in on it.
All right. Okay. So you reach a kind of an impasse.
Yeah, I just gotta harass him all day about that stuff.
Yep. Fair enough. So let's see here. Wyatt, are you doing anything at work? Are you just going to be trying to keep your head down and?
Oh no, I'm
Yeah.
finding a doctor. Well, finding a doctor I at least trust.
Mhm.
Having them do a differential diagnosis and do some blood work too.
All right, that's definitely going to require a persuade check for them to take the time out to do that. To have that done today at least. I mean, you could normally schedule without a skill check, but like I would allow bureaucracy too, if you have bureaucracy.
Would you allow me to re-roll that then?
Would you would have it worked in bureaucracy?
Nope.
All right, if it failed in either skill, then it failed. So, you know what I mean. So,
No, fair.
yeah. So you get it scheduled, but it'll be like a week until you can get tested and get your results back. So, yeah, you just have to wait 7 days. You gonna do anything else at work other than
Not
work?
very.
All right.
Broderick would like to look into who owned that house.
How is Broderick going to accomplish that?
Can I use bureaucracy?
You sure can.
You bullshit my way, like there could be some.
Well,
that's
like deeds and titles and that kind of thing are pretty like that is a thing that people research.
Sadly, that's a fail.
Okay. Well, you're a historian, not a real estate expert, so it's actually you get tangled up with it. It'll take you're unable to figure it out. To figure out who owns this house. Yeah, you've been in academia too long. You haven't been doing real investigative legwork for people, for things that are not historical. Yeah. Weirdly enough. So Sandra, and that takes you until they get off work. What are you going to do?
After I leave Broderick's house, I'm going to go back to the house with the hole in it and head back down to the basement to try and get a better look at that room.
Okay. All right. So you go in. It has been taped off, but you can, step around the tape pretty easily. The hole in the wall is still there. The house groans slightly every once in a while, which is a bit creepy, but not Sanchez creepy, but a bit creepy.
It's a house that just got hit by an earthquake. The beams are
yeah, it's just the beams. It's fine. So you go back down the stairs. The air is kind of stale down there and dusty. A lot of dust has been kicked up, oddly enough. It is there's some light coming in through a little basement window. It is just a barren concrete basement, except with a massive gap in the wall or in the floor. And that's so do you look in the gap?
Yeah, I take out a torch and I look in the gap.
All right, you look in the gap and give me an alertness, or no, give me alertness or search, whatever is higher.
I'm pretty sure search will be higher. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a search.
I make it.
All right. Yeah, there's stuff. There's things that have been. It is another barren concrete room underneath it. But there's no exit out of it. It looks like they sealed the floor over this, like it was a tomb of some kind. a hidden underground tomb, and there's some kind of writing etched into the walls of this secret room, and a circle etched into the stone floor of the secret room.
So is it fairly modern construction, like concrete and?
I mean, you see concrete. Yeah, it does not look. Oh, this is California. This neighborhood is less than 100 years old. Altogether,
exactly.
the house is newish. So yeah, it is. It would not. It does not appear to be ancient or anything like that. No.
Well, that's disturbing.
Yeah.
The writing, does it look? The only languages I have are English and Spanish, and I'm going to assume it's neither of those.
You're looking at this while in the normal basement, just like looking down. You can't read it unless you go into the hidden room.
I'm not going to go into the hidden room by myself.
Well, then there you go.
Yeah, I take another look at it and then head home.
Okay. All right. So, you head home. Jacques, Dylan, and Wyatt get off work roughly the same time for the sake of narrative convenience. So we're all synced up back about at the same time. Let's see. Jacques, you're the paranoid one. What do you want to do?
I guess is Dylan even still talking to me at this point? That's really a question for you, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume, like, after we go home, I would come up to you and be like, "Hey, I think I left my wallet in the house. You want to go check it out?"
Yeah.
I'm making up a reason. I'm still wearing my uniform from paramedics to make it look like a
Sure.
Well, not a sketchy, just breaking into a condemned house.
I mean, you're not taking the ambulance there, but you are.
Yeah, I know. No, but just wearing my nice clothes.
All right, you go there, and the house. It's closer to evening now. I mean, it's late afternoon, but you're able to get in because, like I said, it's just a condemned house at this point. They're going to tear it down in a month or two, or a couple weeks, because it's unsafe. But you get it. No one's guarding it.
Do I see out of interest, just for my paranoia? Do I see the signs that they were in here earlier?
What signs would those be?
Like footprints or things like that.
There's a ton of footprints, a ton of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to search for like context clues just around the house. What was the last activity in there that wasn't this earthquake or us?
Oh, going to the rest of the house. Oh, interesting. All right, give me search check. All right. Search the house.
Yeah, that'll be a 27 on 60.
27?
24 out of 20, so no.
All right. One success is enough. The house is quite empty. It is totally unlived. However, you do find a key. It looks like to be it's a regular metal key. It's been taped basically under you search. It's taped to the side behind the tank of a toilet on the main floor. You're not sure what it's for. It's not for the house itself, but you have a key.
Okay, I'm going to keep an eye out for things that could be used on.
Okay.
I want to go back to the hole, and you said that I could maybe make a biology check if I had time to look at it.
Yeah, I'll join him on the stairs heading down.
That was to try and figure out
for the cloud. Okay.
Yeah, and the cloud is definitely gone at this point. It is dusty. Nothing is reflective. Nothing is glinting off your. I mean, it's late afternoon. You don't need the flashlights, but I assume you're still using them.
But it doesn't look like it was an insect infestation or something like that.
No, there's no insect droppings. There's no insect shells, corpses. There's not a hint of anything living in this entire house.
It just proves my theory right.
So, both of you can look down into the gap if you want.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go look.
All right. With both of you there, I already made one player make the check. So you eventually notice the writing and the ritual circle etched. Everything is etched or carved into the stone or concrete of the secret room or secret tomb. Really, because there's no way out of it. There's no door.
This Hypogeum Incognita, if you will.
Hello, titular lie. So, yeah, but you cannot read the writing from where you are.
Can we go down?
You
Or
can.
do we need like ropes?
It is a bit of a drop. You would be hard to climb back up without somebody on top or a rope or a ladder.
Yeah, I'll look
Okay,
around.
then I'll be Dylan. You stay here. Help me up.
All right, you're just
You
going.
want to lower me down?
Okay.
All right, I'll try and grab one of the beams that kind of fell close to the gap to brace myself, and then let him down.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
Jacques,
looking
you go
for any
down.
sign of the corporate overlord.
Give me
here.
a sand check.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos' secret bunker.
I fail on that.
Okay.
It is Jeff Bezos' secret bunker. You're sure of it now?
Yeah, you hear a slobbering sound like some monstrous predator of some kind is sort of has been running and is just waiting nearby. You could just feel its eyes on you.
I scream, Dylan, get me out, get me out.
All right, you lose a point of sand.
I'm actually gonna try to push that down on Dylan, because what the hell was he doing putting me down in here?
Absolutely, please do.
All right, so you project that sand loss onto Dylan. All right, fair. Good call. Good use of the what is it? Bonds rule.
I can't lose that much more.
Yeah. So you help him back up so you don't really learn anything because you failed your sand check and you freaked out.
What the hell, Dylan?
Hey, I don't
Dylan,
know.
you did see a hint of bluish light as soon as Jacques went in there. You maybe your eyes were playing tricks on you, but you thought there was some sort of bluish light emanating from within the secret room as soon as he was lowered into it. But it's gone now.
Does the yelling attract any attention from the rest of us?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you guys can be wandering over.
All right,
probably
all
gonna
of you are at the house now because you've all
yeah.
been drawn to it, or you were all spying and saw the paramedics go in.
Yeah, I'm getting more flashlights, if anything, and string.
Yeah.
If I lower it down.
I'm heavy breathing.
Broderick
in
is-
the corner.
Curiosity is peaked.
All right,
Broderick's
so
gonna
yeah, go ahead.
wander on forward. What happened? What did you see?
I don't
So
know.
Jacques, are you going to answer that question?
There's something down there, man. There's something down there.
He started to freak out. I'm gonna grab some more rope and maybe we can
Okay.
see what freaked him out.
Okay.
Is it a black hound?
It's gonna eat you if you go down there. We gotta find bait.
Well, that's why you're here.
Well, it's
I go off.
Okay, hold on. There's something down there. Can you describe it?
I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it.
So you're saying there's something down there, but there isn't something down there.
I felt it. I knew it was there.
All right, Dylan, you've got that rope.
Yeah, I
Okay.
jog back up the street.
Okay.
Fashion.
Yeah, you come back with the rope.
Rope, little
Pretty
lantern.
quickly.
I'll go down.
Electric.
Yeah. Who's going down? Sorry.
I'll go down as well.
Sandra.
Sandra and Broderick are going down. Okay.
And me.
Okay. All right. So the three of you head down. Crawl down. Like I said, it's if you stand up and there's somebody helping you up, you can be pulled up. But if a rope or a ladder helps tremendously. And you can tie the rope to the staircase. That seems relatively sturdy. The railing at least. Everyone who goes into the hidden room, the tomb, give me a sand check.
1 second.
Sidekick has decided to tap out for now, it seems.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, this happens. You push it too far.
Find out.
And yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, it does this. I need to look to see if there's another disc. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
It
I
seems to
make
be going backwards.
All right, if it didn't get roll again if you didn't yeah. Let's see. Oh no.
We've been cursed.
Yeah.
A weird mechanics question. While they are getting rope and going in the tunnel, can I psychotherapy myself?
No, that takes hours.
Okay.
That's like the rest of the evening.
I can't
Okay,
talk
I made-
myself.
And actually,
down.
you can't psychotherapy yourself. By
That's what I was
definition.
wondering. That's
Yeah. You can psychotherapy
Broderick-
others, but not yourself.
Broderick makes it.
Okay.
Sandra makes his hand check.
Okay. Sorry, was Wyatt also going in?
Yep. And I got a
it's
45 under 67.
all three of you made it.
Yep.
All right. So it's weird and unnerving to be there, but nothing happens.
We
So
don't hear anything.
no.
Good.
All
Oh.
right.
Hey, it's catching up to the rest of them now.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey.
Can I look at that writing now that I'm down here?
Yep.
Oh, there's writing here.
There is. There's a lot of it. It's all over the walls. Yeah, anybody with a cult can give me an occult check. Or
I also happen to have a couple of free languages, and I think at least one of them is going to be Latin.
It's Latin.
Yes!
Oh,
I'm
Right.
studying Latin. I'm a
All right.
Latin historian. I should know
Okay, for
Latin.
shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Come on, one.
All right. You can give me Latin checks.
Well, as soon as Sidekick stops on fucking itself again.
Yeah.
The
Or
first
Sidekick.
roll is occult. The second one is the Latin one.
Oh, there we go. Yep. It's just being
Occult is a fail.
Occult is a fail. Well, yeah, this is fucking
Latin
weird.
is a success.
All right. You're not good enough at Latin to like sight translate it, but you can definitely get the gist of this. This is a ritual. You do get a phrase, Fellowship of Eternals. A Fellowship of the Eternals is referenced several times.
Of course, I read this out loud.
Yeah. Well, in Latin, I mean, it sounds very spooky, but so you get the text, but without the occult roll, you can't really figure out the meaning of it. Occult formulas and rituals are very weirdly odded, but they have very specific meanings. Also, this is unlike anything you've seen before. This is no occult tradition that you recognize. So yeah, but it is in, it is some sort of occult ritual, something. Judging from the fact that this, you do recognize. Let's see here.
Yes, it seems we've stumbled upon some kind of ritual chamber from a modern day cult. This Fellowship of the Eternals.
There's a reference to Prometheus several times. You do recognize that.
They reference Prometheus, like the tragic hero of Greek
terrible
myth
movie.
who brought fire to mankind, brought it from the gods, and then got cursed
Mm-hmm.
to have his liver devoured for eternity.
Yep.
Thank you kindly for the history lesson. What else is there?
Well, you
Well-
could try again if you can get access to an occult library and try and research more. But yeah. Let's see.
Okay, who wants a string for tickets to Arkham?
I was going to fix up the house, but I suppose this is a
I'll-
worthier cause.
I can take it. I can take a bit of time to research it next time I'm at work.
So, yeah, but it that's all you can sort of figure out from this stuff. It is Yeah, outside of your context, more or less.
Now that we're down here, is there nothing else in this room? It's just the circle and the writing.
Yeah, and there's no. Yeah, that's the thing. There's no human waste, dried or otherwise. There's obviously no food or water. It was pitch black. It must have been pitch black in here. Yeah. And the concrete looked like it was quite, like it was not wet concrete. The guy, it was like fully formed, like, yeah. There's no air holes. Yeah.
I will reiterate my changing beliefs on curses.
For everyone's.
It's the only thing that can explain this.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else are you gonna do?
Whoever owned this place last, whoever built this place,
All
a
right.
very strange person.
Yeah.
Well, I tried that.
Everyone can give me an intelligence check at this point. It's
Okay.
living in the neighborhood.
Including us up above?
Yep.
Or?
Yeah, because you can all hear each other.
Yeah, I've been ranting.
Oh no. And then we play the waiting game because the fourth sidekick.
We're basically kicking sidekick right now.
It allows us time to chat these things between us as characters.
Yeah.
We should just welcome this
Oh,
opportunity.
there we go.
Okay. Well, at least one of you made it with the 32, I imagine.
Yep. Broderick.
Yeah. So, those
Actually,
of
I
you
made
make
that
it.
too. I've got a 70 for intelligence times 5.
Do remember every once in a while
75.
there have been some conversations between you all about like this house, because it's been sitting, you thought, empty and unoccupied for so long. But every once in a while you do remember seeing a woman going into the house and then coming back out. There was in fact some idle conversation between you and your spouses, or friends and or neighbors about like who she was, assuming that she's a realtor. Well, in that case, why is there not a for sale sign? Why not? And
Property speculation.
possibly, but somebody does keep visiting it. And I would say maybe one of you might own a security camera that might have an angle on her car license plate when she came in.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay, I will make a luck check.
All right. Luck check is just a 50-50.
And I go low.
Yep. And
But
now
it finally rolls.
Yeah. So, so if that pans out, you might have a license plate to use. But if you don't, that's fine, because somebody owns this house, somebody is invested in this house, somebody maintains the property to some degree, or is checking on it at least. So there's that as well. Plus you have all this writing. Plus you have the mysterious key.
Yeah, I would like to, if I don't see anything else for the key in the house, I'd like to try and figure out who owned the house.
Mhm.
Maybe
You haven't done that yet?
Looking up. No,
Mhm.
I haven't done that yet.
All right, that would be bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy to, try and figure out who owned it.
No. Just sidekick. No. All right, we'll give
Sidekick, you were the chosen one.
you were the chosen one.
If you have physical dice near you, Ross, you can just roll for me, and I'll just trust your word for it.
Okay.
Because obviously,
yeah. Obviously, I'm not gonna do it.
yeah, I'll let the hands of fate decide. Go for it. EasyRollerDice.com. Save me.
Easy roller dice. Dag up. Let's see here. 98. Nope.
Perhaps this woman is part of this fellowship of the Eternals.
All right.
They trapped their Prometheus down here.
Yeah, so you do not figure out who is owning the house. Has everybody tried to find out who owns the house yet at this point?
I haven't.
Okay. Well,
I
if
haven't.
you have bureaucracy, you could try.
I have
Okay.
30 in accounting. Can I use that? Maybe there's finances with.
Here, I'll just roll again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can just roll. Oh, there we go.
Don't have a camera.
No.
Or if I do, I don't have an angle.
That's yeah. If you don't, you don't. I will say, because all of you have failed at this point on your research checks, I think, or your bureaucracy checks to find the house. You do know the realtor, Pleasant Greens Realty, services your neighborhood. They would know who owns it.
Yeah, I'd like to call them up.
They're closed 9 to 5. You have to wait till tomorrow.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, Broderick will share the events of last night, well, this morning really, with the others, and suggest that they be careful.
All right.
If we have in fact been cursed.
Yeah, that seems like sound advice.
I'm paranoid, but not yet at the point of breaking into the realty place.
All right. All right. So all of you go back to your houses to eat dinner and to try and recover from what's happened today. And eventually, all of you have to go to sleep. So
I was gonna say,
yeah.
I'm still worried about putting my nephew and sister in danger, so I'm not going home. Can I just stay with Dylan? Or Dylan? Hey man, I don't want to put Sophie and Sam in any of this. Can I stay with you for a couple of nights?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm between roommates right now, so there's a free room.
All right, so I'm going home with him.
Okay, that's fine. So what are you telling your family then? Why you're not staying with them?
They're used to me working long nights and coming in and out, and being drunk on various nights, things like that.
Okay, so this is not without precedence then.
It is not.
Okay, fair. All right, so all of you eventually have to go to sleep.
Not if we take the right meds.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Do you want to do that?
Yep.
All right. I assume you have medicine as a skill. Go ahead and give me a
I
medicine.
have medicine and pharmacy.
All right, yeah, give me pharmacy.
On
This should be
sidekick.
good.
Yeah.
This should be good. Broderick will reluctantly try just to sleep
All right.
after probably rescheduling his entire week.
All right. Let's see here. Wyatt. What's your skill in pharmacy? I'll just roll for you.
40.
40. Okay.
On easyrollerdice.com.
All right. I'll roll for you. So it's going slow. Unfortunately, you fail. And I would say you're being a little. No, you stay up. I'm gonna say you lose 3 willpower though, because you sort of give yourself too much. And you don't sleep. But you still feel like shit. You feel even worse. Let's see here. Let's just roll a d6. Let's see here. You find yourself just walking to your kitchen to get a glass of water. When you fall through your floor and you're in space, and you're flying towards the sun, and it's getting brighter and hotter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and you can hear it, and it's overwhelming you, and you're suddenly back in your kitchen hallway, the hallway to your kitchen, and lose 1 point of power and 5 points of sanity. As the curse is still quite real, even if you don't sleep. Hi, Beef Jerky, by the way. So let's see here.
And of course,
Yep.
that's
Sandra.
not my role.
Yep. Well, it wouldn't have mattered if you've passed it anyways. Yeah. Let's see here, Sandra. This time, you briefly see yourself in another person's body, as they're walking up on a woman standing at a street corner. The person your body you're in is holding a knife, and just as the knife is about to plunge in the woman's neck, you wake up and you feel terrible. Go. I'm doing great, Beef. I am going great. Not so much Sandra. You lose another point of power and another 5 points of sanity as you wake up again. Let's see here, Dylan. You also see yourself actually in the same alley. Well, you don't know this, but you're dragging a woman's corpse away, and into the darkened alley. Yeah, that's not fun to know. And you're in someone else's body, and then you're back in your own. Lose a point of power and 5 points of sanity. Let's see here, Jacques.
I do want to point out that I'm not fighting going to sleep, but after Dylan falls asleep, I sit in a chair by his windows with a finger on the blinds and a beer in my hand, seeing who's staring at my house, and then I pass out like that.
Okay. You wake up. It's dawn. You hear scratching coming from the ceiling. You look up at the corner of your ceiling. And you see a claw coming out of the corner of your ceiling, and a bluish glow start emanating from the corners. You can. It almost sounds like some beast is trying to scratch its way in, but through the corner.
It's like what Broderick said.
Yep.
I don't know that yet.
Yeah. Well, and then you wake up and you lose a point of power and 5 points of sanity. Let's see. I think Broderick, you're the only one left.
Yep.
Let's see here. Oh, Broderick. Yeah, you wake up. You realize you're in Sandra's bedroom. And yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah. By the way,
Check
Sandra,
myself.
you're in Broderick's bedroom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you said I woke up in my place, like
Yeah.
my place, not Dylan's.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Dylan's. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I okay? I'm in
Yeah.
Broderick's bedroom.
Yeah.
Am I still Sandra?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
But yeah, you two have switched places somehow.
What the?
How's my husband reacting to waking up next to Broderick?
He doesn't. Well, yeah, Broderick. There's a man sleeping next to you. You recognize it as Sandra's husband.
What the? I'll just sneak out.
You
right
managed to
now.
sneak out.
Just absolutely appalled. What the fuck?
Yeah. So everybody's marked off a point of power and 5 points of sanity, right?
Yes.
Yep. All right. Awesome. So
One away from another breaking point.
yeah, you're all doing great. You're just doing great. So I do all of you want to have a meeting and sort of figure out what to do, or are you all just going to start doing things on your own?
Oh no! Second, it's 9:01. I'm calling the realtor.
Okay.
I'm
As soon as
waiting in
Dylan
Broderick's
gets up,
house
I'm
for
sure.
Broderick to get back so we can talk.
I figured
I
out who
invite
the
people
house
to
was.
my home
I
because
passed that roll.
apparently I'm the only one who's living alone,
Yep.
except for Jax.
All right. So yeah, we'll just do this one at a time. So let's see here. Dylan, what were you doing?
Oh, I was just saying I passed my roll for figuring out who the house was. I have a 15. I rolled a 15
Okay.
eventually.
Okay. So you figure it out.
Why not? Yeah. We'll say I figured that out in the morning. Like I wake up, check it, and I finally figure out what
Alright.
and I'll bring that up to Jacques probably.
It is owned by a man named Clinton Davidson. And I will say at this point, you find out that he is the man who is listed as being, they've identified him He's listed as the person who died in the house. They just ID'd him with dental records.
Okay.
The former
Actually-
owner. of
Also,
house.
are the scratch marks still there?
On the ceiling, yes.
Yes. I'm gonna point those out to Dylan.
He cast of Admontillado himself, then regretted it. I don't know what to make of this.
Yep.
I don't know, man. They're after us. They know we know.
Apparently. So now you managed to tell everybody else, so you know that there's this guy, Clint Davidson. He's the one who died in the
Yeah.
house.
Safety numbers. I'll bring it up with the others.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. So Wyatt, what do you want to do now?
That's the thing. I'd still want to call the realtor because someone's been taking care of the house.
Okay. The Realtor, Pleasant Glades Realty. How may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to inquire about XYZ residence.
555 Evergreen Terrace. So.
How it is, Will.
Yeah. All right. So the it's like, well, that house is currently owned. I can if you like to make an offer, I could let the client, the owner, know, but they have last we talked, they were not interested in selling.
Yes, but would you sell for a McDuck?
Are you trying to bribe them?
Yes.
Okay, give me a persuade check. I forgot.
40.
40. Credit rating still a thing? It is not. All right. Is that successful?
No, I mean, would you mind
Oh,
rolling for me? Because I
Oh yeah.
have a thing.
40. Okay. 24. All right, good job. They said, look, if you if you're interested in the land, since I've heard that the house is going to be torn down because it is condemned, I do know that it is there. I have an address. Let me reach out to them, and I'll call you back to see if you want to make an offer to them.
Please.
All right. So the realtor is going to call you back. Her name is Susan.
I make sure to give Susan my cell number.
Okay. All right. So that you're waiting on that. What are the rest of you going to do? Or
Can I
all
make
of
an
you get together?
alertness check to see if
Yeah.
there's anybody weird in the neighborhood?
Sure.
Can I
Mine's
look up,
40. I can roll it, or you can roll it. Or...
Oh yeah, 40. I'll
On the
roll.
bright side, even if he fails, he'll find one person.
38. So that succeeds. You do not see anybody weird in the neighborhood right now.
Okay,
And
that'll
there's
help
this
my
guy
paranoia.
living- this guy who's
he's away
sleeping
from
at
here.
Dylan's place, who's been a bit weird lately, but I don't know.
I'd like to look up
Sandra,
Clint
did
David-
you want to check in on that occult library?
I mean, technically, it's just it really is just a library, not an occult library, but it might have some texts that could help us. I'll look.
The University of Miskatonic, Californian Extension Campus has a really good occult library.
Sanford Institute.
The Carl Sanford Institute in Cambria, near the Winchester Mansion. And yeah, you can both go there and spend the day making occult checks, or history checks.
I
Let's
would like
Yeah.
to do that. Do I get any sort of bonus on the roll from being a librarian?
I mean, that should mean your skill is really high, but other than
That's
that,
true.
no. Yeah, you don't really get. Actually, professionals just let you have the skills at high percentages. That's the
Fair
only
enough, fair
one.
enough.
But would
Uh,
the library itself provide a bonus?
I mean, no. It's what lets you make.
It's what lets us make the roll.
Fair enough.
Ross, do you mind rolling then history, then occult for my
What's your history?
character, Broderick? It is 60, I believe.
60, okay, that's a success.
And occult is 40.
Don't make
Also
the
success,
history.
18.
Hooray!
I don't make the history, but I do make the occult.
You do make the occult. Okay. It sounds like you're more successful than not. So I'll get back to you with the results. But first, I want to check in with our paramedics. Jacques, what are you wanting to do?
Beyond the alertness check and checking out the neighborhood.
Yeah, I mean, you can stay on watch, but like when you scan around at that particular moment in time, there's nobody around.
Okay.
But you can stay on guard.
Yeah, I'll keep watch for now. I don't know what I'm going to do in research wise.
I'd like to look up Clint Davidson on just Google him, see what his name comes up with. I know if I know he's the owner, I just want to see.
All right, you can give me computer use or bureaucracy.
I'll do bureaucracy again, I guess.
I do know what I want to do afterwards.
59 on 40.
So that's a fail.
Yes.
All right, well, there's a lot of Clint Davidsons.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Take some time to get that.
Or yeah. Or Clinton Davidson's, but Clint Davidson, yeah. So meanwhile, at the library, sorry.
Oh, I said I knew what I wanted to do with my time instead of saying on an alert or whatever.
Okay.
I
what do
wanted
you want to
to
do?
call Dr. Freeman and see if I could find out any more information on Clint Davidson, the DOA.
Why? I
I
know
was
he
going to
died
be
in,
persuasive. I was going to
Yeah.
try to convince her to share the autopsy report with me.
yeah, that would be a persuade check. Do you need me to roll?
No, it came up and it worked.
Okay. In that case, just come to the hospital. I'll give you the autopsy result.
Okay. I head
so-
over there.
Yeah, you head over there. She has a talk with you. She's like, I'll give this to you, but I want you to like maybe take some time off and maybe be a little like just like you went through some stress and like yeah, I don't want to see you burn out or go all conspiracy theorist on me, okay?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm on to something here.
Yeah, that's not what I want to hear, but
And I turn around and walk out.
all right, so yeah, give me a medicine or forensics to read the autopsy results.
All right. I'll do medicine because I don't have forensics.
Okay.
37 out of 40.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this apparently died of well, he's saying a trauma from it's multiple injuries that are nearly to the point of death, but there are too many to be. It's inconclusive. He's the forensic examiner. That's the thing, is the forensic examiner is finding all these injuries that should be fatal on their own, but he's finding evidence of cellular growth and death in the same person. So
I'm guessing that's another sand check,
yeah, sure, yeah,
since I understand.
yeah.
Hey, I passed.
All right, yeah. It's like the guy was dying and undying all the time. Like he was dead, but he wasn't. He's saying this is anomalous. This should be investigated as a suspicious death. But as far as you can tell, there's been no police investigation. Well, that's when by the time you come back to your house, there are some police cars parked in front of the house. So, yeah.
I'm gonna avoid them and head straight to share what I found.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the library, Broderick and Sandra have pieced together some things. They've got the literal translation of the ritual. It seems to be something about communing with God and providing a link to God through one who shall be sacrificed for all of eternity. So there's like separate rituals, like the circle on the floor is different from the stuff on the walls. And you realize you're missing part of it. There was things on the ceiling as well, but the ceiling is kind of, destroyed. Yeah, so it's incomplete simply because of that. But you do get a phrase. The Fellowship of Eternals seems to be a group who wanted to commune with God and wanted a link to death that was not death. So they're yeah.
Did this death who has not death have a name?
Well, I mean, it was the person in the circle. They would be dying and not dying at the same time, as long as the circle remained unbroken.
Contagion. Worse than I thought, Sandra.
Yeah, it does mention things about the crystals being aligned. They were supposed to be at certain points around the on the circle. There's supposed to be these crystals that would provide certain divine harmonics, vibrating at certain key frequencies in order to. But you didn't see any evidence of that, except for shimmering. Perhaps a powerful shock would have destroyed the crystals and rendered them into a dust, thus rendering the whole thing unstable for some reason.
Would the crystals be something we could get our hands on? Like, is there just certain kinds of mineral crystals that they want
it's not
to
specified
use,
in this text. This is sort of like the final component of it. So the thing is, at this point, you would recognize them, but you think this group is calling itself the Fellowship of Eternals. So yeah, there is that.
With this information, can we figure out the nightmares?
Well, actually, no. I would say you go one step further and you actually research the Fellowship of Eternals, and you realize they're an actual cult that has disappeared, gone off the grid, believed to have been disbanded, but nobody knows what happens to its members. They were active up until maybe 10 years ago, and then they kind of either people thought they broke up, or they all killed themselves in a way that nobody found out about themselves, or they splintered. Cults actually tend to do that. But there's not much known about them, except that they had some very wealthy members and were thought to be behind some murders, but nobody could prove anything. But there are some names and other things to investigate. But yeah, there is definitely a cult that was operating in California up until 10 years ago, called the Fellowship of Eternals. And they wanted to commune with God directly, and they believed in using crystal powers. But they wouldn't. They said they got the crystals from divine beings they summoned from deep under the earth, by finding their eggs and using them, their sacred eggs, and then giving them back in order to trade for the crystals. It sounded more like they were, yeah. Of course, this is nonsense, of course, but at least that's what the people reading these books about or writing these books about the occult said about them. So, yeah, that's hours of research, by the way. That takes up a good chunk of the day.
So, what does this mean for our next step?
Well, we'll have to find living cult members and query them about those crystals, and if not the crystals, for stabilizing this ritual gone wrong, then we must find some way to undo the ritual itself.
So, however, at this time, all of you start getting phone. See, who's home right now? So you two are at the library.
I would be at home.
Yeah, we just got back, and you said the cops were outside the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So Wyatt, you're at home, right?
Yep.
All right. So Wyatt, I'll say you're the first. You get a knock on your door.
I open the door.
Yeah. Hi. I'm. Let's see here. Let's get a random name. I mean, a normal name. Hi. I'm Detective Moody. This is my partner, Chapman. We'd like to ask you some questions about what our understanding is that you went into the house over there the night of the earthquake?
That I did.
Yeah. Could you tell us what happened?
Okay. I relay that I went in. I was not first on scene. I helped move some debris. They started to move the casualty out of a pit. They probably fell in. Then I'm guessing the house settled. Some odd dust. Don't know how old the house was. Might have been asbestos.
Mm-hmm.
Blacked out. Ended up on the front lawn.
Okay. Give me persuade.
At 40.
All right. All right. Let's see here. Do you have psychology?
I have human.
All right. Yeah, human. Sorry.
I have human at 40.
All right. Yeah. No, they totally believe you. All right. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Do you know anything about this house? Anything that's happened to it? Do you know who owns it?
Personally, hell if I know.
You've lived here for a while, though, right? Have you ever seen anyone at the house?
I've seen a woman walk out of there maybe once or twice.
Okay. They ask you what she looks like. You know what kind of car she was driving.
Yeah, once or twice in the many years I've been here. You want to
Okay.
ask me how my day is? You want to ask me how
Okay.
rounds are at the hospital? I can tell you. Random woman end of the street. I can tell you she was there.
Okay. Have you seen anybody poking around the house since the night of the earthquake?
Not very.
What do you mean, not very? Either you have or you
Haven't
haven't.
slept well.
You haven't slept well. So have you seen anybody go into that house?
No, I haven't seen anyone go into the house.
Okay. Okay. All right. If you have any more questions, we'll come by and talk to you, Mr. Sherman.
Do you have a number I could reach you at?
Give you a card. Let's see here. So Dylan, you get a knock on your door.
Yeah, I'll head to the door.
Yep.
Don't answer it.
I'm Detective Moody. This is my partner, Detective Chapman. We'd like to ask you some questions about the night of the earthquake.
Sure. What would you like to know?
All right. So they ask you, what happened? Are you going to lie? Are you going to tell them the mundane, quote unquote, truth? You going to tell them the full truth? Like, what story are you telling them?
I'll give a casual, mundane explanation of I went in there, assessed the damage, don't remember much, ended up waking up on the lawn, that sort of thing.
Okay. What's your persuade?
It would be at 60.
All right. What's your human?
Human is 40.
Okay. Yeah, no, they totally believe you.
Yeah. No,
When he went to answer the door, I went to hide in the bathroom. But my stealth is only 10, so I imagine I didn't do it very well.
I mean, they're in the living room. If you stay, I mean, you don't have to make a stealth check if you're just sitting on the toilet in the bathroom.
Yeah,
without making a sound. Like,
I didn't mention he was there. I just didn't think it was relevant.
By the way, your partner Jacques, we went by his house, and his family said he was staying with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess you must be out.
Oh, you don't keep track. Oh yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not really.
We'll give him our card and have him call us. We'd like to get his statement as well. Now, do you know anything about the house at the end of the street?
Not much beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know who owns it?
I was curious and I looked that up. That was a. I'm sure you could just Google it. I did. That's what I did. I forgot the name though.
You forgot. You found out who it was, but you don't remember it.
want to say Clifford Clinton. You can do it. I'm kind of tired. I work late. Do you mind if I call the?
It's a crime to lie to the police.
I'll bring it up on my phone then. I'll
Okay.
show him a page.
Okay. Uh-huh. Did you know Mr. Davidson?
Not more than what I rate on this.
Do you ever see anyone go into that house? Do you ever hear anything from it before the night of the earthquake?
No, I keep to myself.
All right. We'll be in touch. Don't leave town.
Yeah.
So Broderick and Sandra, when you two go back to your houses, let's see. Actually, I'll say the police leave before you two get back. Yeah, you're all caught up at this point. It's late afternoon again. You know what you know. You can all trade information pretty quickly.
There's a group invite to Broderick's house as he basically walks them through the translation and some of the potential implications for us, and the fact that we should probably hunt down this Fellowship of Eternals and figure out what they've done so that we can undo or fix so that we don't have this passed on curse upon us. Well, empowering ritual.
Yeah. And we have to be careful of the cops because they know there's something up.
Of course there's. Of course there's. They know we're on to them.
Well, how do they know something's up?
This goes high up, man. I don't even know how high.
Okay, discounting Perry Paranoid over there.
I
asked
don't know.
very-
If we should,
You say you should discount me, but who did the cops come around to talk to?
The two, well, I was home and clearly Dylan was home. Did they talk to you?
Oh yeah, I will say, Broderick and Sandra, you do find little notes on your door saying you should call Detective Moody and Chapman.
Yes, they want to talk to us now.
Sorry.
Wait,
Actually, can I do something retroactive?
Sure.
Badge number.
Yeah, you get it.
Cool. So they're California State Police.
Yeah.
Okay. At that point, I check in on their credentials.
Okay. I mean, they are legitimate. You don't have to roll for that. I would say it's pretty rote to look that up. Yeah, they're not impersonators. They are officers. You can even find their names on certain news stories about busts that they've made. Looks like they're both veterans.
My God, his name is actually Moody?
It's a real name. I know somebody.
Yes, I know.
God.
Notwithstanding Mr. Paranoid's belief, somebody used a man as an eternal sacrifice to give himself some kind of connection to God. I think perhaps we should be a bit careful about the people we are approaching regarding this broken ritual.
Just to be sure, I'm also sharing out of character the medical, the report, the autopsy report. Does anybody have forensics or anything that they can do to give a different perspective?
Anyone with medicine training who reads the autopsy can, but you fucking make a sand check if you do.
I have forensics at 60.
Why not?
I can look
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah. All right. If you make your sand check, then make your skill checks.
All right, I'll just roll
looks like-
two.
I only have medicine at 20, so I'm just going to skip it.
All right, fair.
Crit fail
Awesome.
on the first one. And
These
then
police are going to come around again, so we should get our story straight before they do.
so I have no idea what I'm reading, but it hurts my brain anyway.
I'm going to make a sand check.
If you lose this point of sand, if you fail,
I
a sand
make?
check. All right.
Let's see if I can parse anything out of this.
What'd you crit fail on? Somebody made a crit fail.
Alex.
Oh, on
you?
the roll, looking at it, the first roll for examining it, forensics.
Oh, with forensics. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking confusing.
yeah, and then regular failed the sand check. So
Pass both.
Yeah,
All right.
I can't make sense of it, and it hurts my head.
I
Yeah,
did
basically.
something.
Yeah. The postman never rings twice. Yeah, no, but the police only need to knock once. So with your successful skill check, you don't think this guy would have volunteered for this. You get a sense that this guy is a victim of the cult. Yeah, fate worse than death, for sure. Yeah, it's not enjoyable, but yeah, these are definitely not nice people, whoever you're getting closer to. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, what are you going to do now? It is
All right,
evening.
so
It is night. Yeah.
Our story for the police. We went into the house. Did we see Clint move, or was he dead by the time we got there?
Oh, he was moving. He was screaming.
No,
He
I
was
was
screaming.
I was talking in character to the group. I'm trying to get.
It depends on what they want from us, but if they suspect that we have had the curse passed on to us, they might suspect that they can restore the curse through one of us or all of us, as
Okay.
it was intended.
So
And
we
as
make
it
no
was
mention-
intended, I think none of us should ever experience.
I got a question.
So we make no mention of the dust.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
We
The
might
official
want to-
report. The official report said he was dead before we even got there. So if you don't want them to keep pressing on you, you just want this to end, I'd stick to that storyline.
Well,
All right.
it's not going to end. We've been contaminated.
Oh, I
It
know,
won't matter if you stay awake either.
but we don't want them on our backs, and you don't want them to know how much we know.
Yes. So it was a corpse. We all breathed in some bad air and fell unconscious. And trying to help him because that is on the reports. So
It was a gas leak.
I suspect they're going to suspect something went down, but this is unprecedented for them. They don't know what would have happened. So we
Jock, your
might
phone
be able
rings.
to.
Do I recognize the number?
Nope.
Then I'm not answering.
All right.
I'm a paranoid person.
Dylan, you get a phone call.
Who's
Oh
calling?
dear.
It's the same phone number.
Can I see the phone
Am
number?
I with Jock? Yeah.
Yeah, we're all together.
Yeah. I assumed you're all talking at like Dylan's house, trying to sort
Yeah,
this
they-
all out.
If it rings like one after the other, I might just look up at him and just kind of.
It's a
Yeah,
local
I'll-
area number. Yeah.
My
Yeah,
eyes are pleading, don't,
My
but
partner's
I don't say
paranoia is
anything.
rubbing off. I think I'm just going to let it sit.
Okay. You both have a voicemail.
I listen to it.
All right. Hi, this is so Shocky get hi, this is Detective Moody. I just talked to Dr. Freeman. Could you call me back? It's very important.
Oh God.
He said
They
what?
know we have the file.
What are you gonna do?
I guess
You can return it to them, but
does anybody have a copy?
Oh no, I say
Why,
you have a
Doctor?
copy of it. You don't have the original. So like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not that lucky.
yeah.
well, your interest in the corpse has clearly indicated that
Yeah.
something is off here. To the policeman. The question is, can we trust the police?
No.
The answer is no. But we have no leads on the Eternal, the Fellowship of the
Fellowship of
Eternals.
Eternal. You've only gotten background information on it, but like, yeah, you don't. In terms of getting where to go next on the Fellowship of Eternal, that would take another. Let's see. I say you got one lead. There was a guy. Let's see here, a doctor, another academic. Where is it? Here it is. A Dr. McKinney. Dr. Monica McKinney. She researched the occult, and she's one of the people who wrote it, and she lives in the area.
Wrote the holy text of the
The
Fellowship of the
write-up
Eternals,
about the
or-
Fellowship of the Eternals. Basically, it was like a
okay.
big... You read in an encyclopedia of California New Age movements, cults, and it's kind of like an encyclopedia of cults and New Age groups in California. It was written, it's an encyclopedia kind of thing, put out every year for the 12 years before the publishing company, blah blah blah. Anyways, she's the one who wrote about it, and she lives in the area, so you can call her up or talk to her. So you did get a lead. I should have given you a lead. But,
Oh, right.
yeah, but both of you, the cops are wanting to talk to both the paramedics too.
All right. So for me, an important question is: do I know Detective Moody from any previous incidents, or is it a relatively small city in California?
Give me a charisma check.
Okay.
What did I learn from looking up Clinton? I think I passed my roll on bureaucracy.
I failed.
Okay, you do not know Detective Moody.
Okay.
You have not met
And
him.
I don't know his partner either, right?
Actually, I'll say Detective Moody is a woman, but her partner's a man. Detective Chapman. Yeah, you have not met either one. So,
Okay, then I'm gonna go into this very paranoid. I'm gonna tell Dylan because I'm dealing with my duty, and being a paramedic is something I don't want to lose, but I know we're in trouble. So I'm gonna give Dylan my find a phone information and have him track me, as it were, and then plan to go meet with them in a public place.
Okay, what public place?
My favorite diner.
Okay. All right, very good. So you arrange that. And Dr. Let's see here, McKinney would be willing to talk to you tomorrow. So you can talk to her tomorrow if you want. So let's see
We
here.
want to try and push for tonight.
Well, I assume you already called her, and she said, "I'll talk to you tomorrow." She's an academic. She's not going to go. I mean, you could go to her house and harass her and force her to talk to you now, but do you want to do that?
Survey says.
Couldn't we call her, persuade her?
You already did call her, but that's what she
Ah.
said. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Here's my house address. I'll see you. I'll have some scones.
Okay, so we either escalate or we take damage.
Well,
Or you can
I'm
wait
already
to see how
meeting
the
with
cop
one side of them.
Yeah. So you go to
Well, before
So-
I go, I'm grabbing a whatever the strongest bottle of liquor Dylan has,
sure.
and I'm just gonna right before I go in, I'm gonna pour it on myself as a cologne, as it were.
What?
I'm
What?
playing
He's
the
gonna pretend
character,
to
and
be
I'm
drunk.
really trashed,
Okay.
so that they smell booze on me. That's really not so I'm soaked.
Okay. All right. All right. Fine. Yeah. You dab it on like you're drunk. Okay. So you go into the diner. Yeah. Angus's greasy spoon, and there's Detective Chapman and Moody. They sit down, or you sit down with them. So Jacques, we heard you got access to the autopsy report.
Yeah, I felt so bad that I couldn't save that guy.
Normally, that would give you a disciplinary action. You're not supposed to do that. So,
I just wanted reassurance that we didn't screw up. It was a rough time, man. It really hit me hard.
there's a problem because this whole thing is suspicious. That's why we have to investigate, because we don't know what the fuck happened. And what I can't figure, and I'm just a layman, maybe you can explain it to me, is the autopsy makes it clear that this guy's been dead for a while, but all of you and multiple other witnesses claim they heard someone screaming bloody murder from like half a block away. I don't know if I could scream that loud that somebody could hear me from your house to the house in question. And I'm a pretty big guy. I don't. Detective Moody will testify. I'm pretty good at yelling. So Detective Moody goes, yeah, that's the thing. Like, so did you hear that screaming? Was there someone else in that basement?
I don't know what I heard or didn't hear. Dylan just, everything went into work mode, and Dylan said, "Let's go," and I followed.
Why'd you go to the house? You said you never saw anybody there. Why would you go?
Dylan told me to, and yeah, I was just following him. He's in charge.
You're throwing your partner under the bus.
I'm playing it off like I'm totally, or I'm trying to play it off like I'm totally lost. But
you're drunk. How'd you get here?
I just took the bus. Persuade roll. If I can.
Drunk and disorderly. We could bring you in on that.
Hey, I pass.
We should bring you in on that. In fact, I think Detective Moose, that's a really good idea. For your own good, you should be brought in. Spend the night and
I just need to have some coffee and then I'll take the bus back.
No, it's for your own good. You could hurt yourself for wandering around like this. You're so drunk. So why don't you tell us the truth? What'd you see down there?
We just saw a body.
No. A body doesn't cause everyone to pass out and have to be pulled out by search and rescue. A body.
The gas leak does. I mean, and that's what I'm guessing happened.
Bodies don't scream. Unless there's something you're not telling me. Was that person alive? I
don't think so. I think it just hallucinating. I mean, there must have been a gas leak. I mean, most of the houses in the block.
Did you hear a screaming before you even got to the house? Did you hear screaming or not?
I just followed Dylan.
Did you hear? That's not that you're not answering my question. We can hold you as the witness too. You don't remember what happened?
I don't remember the scream.
Well, I think maybe a night in jail will clear your memory.
Oh no, it's backfired.
Can I guess well, no, that's probably better. Yeah, I guess I'm not going to resist him. I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah, it's going to look real. But look, we don't want to arrest you. We want you to tell the truth. But you will lose your job if we can make you lose your job. You're already done enough to get fired.
Guys, I've told you
everything. Make a stand check for helplessness.
We'll find out in a second.
Yeah.
Hey, I made it.
All right. You don't crack under pressure, but what are you going to tell them?
Guys, I really know nothing. It's been a really rough week. Just give me a day or so to get my thoughts together. And please, I'm a dedicated employee, and I work for the state. I just give me a day.
All right. Suddenly you feel an intense pain in your side as somebody's opening the door and coming in. And as Moody says, well, here's the and then everything freezes. And you realize their time is slowed down, except for you.
Athletics run. I'm just getting out of there.
You don't have to make a roll. You just get out of there. And by the time catches up to you, you're already like 2 blocks away. Lose a point of power and 5 points of sand.
All right, that's another breaking point.
Yeah. What are you gonna
God
do?
complex.
Yeah, I was gonna say God complex now.
Okay, sure.
You've gained superpowers.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see here. So what are you? Yeah, where are you gonna go from here, Jacques?
I guess back to Dylan's. It's the only plan I have.
All right,
but I'm abandoning my car.
Okay, where you just abandoning it? Like how far?
At the diner where I parked it.
Okay, so it's going to take you a while to get back. How are you getting back? Are you walking the entire way, or are you
how far away is this diner?
It's like it'd be like 2 hours. It would be like an hour and a half walking. Like cities are not made for walking anymore.
I will very
You live out in the
paranoid
suburbs.
walk all the way out.
All right.
So it probably takes 2 hours with all my hiding in alleys.
All right. Dylan, you get a call. Same number. What are you gonna do?
I'll answer it this time.
Dylan, this is Detective Moody.
Yes. How can I help you?
Your friend Jacques, your partner, ran away from us. It seems like he's hiding something. He's also very drunk.
Well, that
And he's
seems
also. Did you
uncharacteristic.
know he? Did he tell you that he improperly accessed an autopsy report?
No, I don't recall that. I haven't seen of it. No.
You don't recall that, or you don't? He didn't.
No, I don't recall any of that going on. So,
You know, you can be fired for that.
oh, he could. Yeah, I was. That sounds like an
So,
issue.
are you? Did he tell you or not?
an
Yes
issue
or
me.
no?
No,
Yes.
of course not.
Okay. So, if he comes back, tell him we're looking for him. We don't want to put out an APB for him, but we will if we don't find him soon. He seemed to have a panic attack.
Do I call you back at this number?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
All right, I'll hang up.
All right. Jock, you eventually come back. Give me actually as you're getting close to the neighbor, give me an alertness check.
Yeah, I'm gonna look outside my house through.
Yeah,
Okay.
also give me an alertness check.
Yeah, today might be my day off.
15 out of 40.
16 out of 40.
13.
All right, yeah, no, there's an unmarked car watching Dylan's house.
Critical fail. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Um,
In fact, you're certain there's no car there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do, Jacques?
I mean, I'm a god now. Clearly, I can stop time.
Are you gonna try and trigger it intentionally?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You start thinking about it, and your mind starts opening up to the possibility. And yeah, something happens. And you're looking around, and you're kind of just brazenly walking in front of the car. Detective Moody and Chapman get out, and you're very surprised that you're not stopping time. But that's when you hear something slavering like an enormous beast in the darkness nearby. Give me a sand check. The rest so give me a sand check.
1.
All right. Yeah, it's
He
fine.
has commanded the hound and it has arrived.
I was gonna say it's really hard not to metagame on the hound now.
Yeah. It's the detectives are between you and it. You feel fine. You feel confident. They are getting out to trying to arrest you. But yeah, what are you gonna do?
I guess continue on to Dylan's. This was my plan. Wait,
All
can I
right.
do an alertness check? Wait, can I do an alertness check to see if I can see where it is exactly?
Oh no, yeah, give me an alertness check.
That fails.
Yeah. So you turn your back to them. And then you hear just a baying, just this unearthly, monstrous sound that is vaguely dog-like, but not. And you don't even realize you've started running, but you've already started running. And you feel it's behind you. All of you hear the sound as well and pour out into the streets. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. Broderick, what are you doing when you hear that?
I'll look around for something to defend myself with because it sounds like a wild beast is coming for me.
Yep. Sandra?
I look out the window.
Yep. Give me sand check.
Okay.
Wyatt, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to say that this is the suburbs. You got to deal with coyotes sometimes, so grab a baton and check the window.
Okay, make a sand check. Dylan, it's right outside, like across
I
the
can
street,
see it now.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, darn, that crit fail doesn't let me see it. Not see it now.
Well,
Alright.
no, it does.
I know.
I mean, it's a different sound now. You didn't see the
Yeah.
cops,
I
but
make-
you could
I know,
totally
I'm just
see
joking.
them. Yeah.
Alright.
I make the sand check.
Oh, I don't.
Okay. 1 point if you make it.
Okay.
What if you don't?
Then it is a D6. It might even be a D8, but I'm not gonna like stop the game to look it up. Oh, also 1. I'm just yeah. You only see glimpses of the thing, and this is when the fun really starts. So basically, what the two of you, why did you make your sand check as well? Since you were looking out the window.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Yeah. So just 1. You see something like the size of a tiger, but like there's this bluish light around it. Just slam into the two detectives, and they're just gone. And Jock just runs away. He's behind them. Jock, you feel a fine mist spray you from the back.
Oh, they do turn into pink mist.
Yeah. And then it's over. The rest of you all lose 1 power and 5 sand. You're all in proximity to it. Things are accelerating.
I am a glorious golden god.
Well, you don't have to worry about the detectives. They're gone.
Well,
So
until somebody reads their notes and figure out they were going to arrest some guy and then disappeared.
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's well. Let's see here. So you all rendezvous again at Dylan's house.
I mean, the car is out in the street.
Yeah, it's parked on the thing there. In fact, the door is open.
Are the keys still in?
Yeah.
Cool. First off, we go into the trunk and pull out the goodies.
Sure. Yeah. There's there's an AR-15 type rifle. There's a shotgun, pump action, 2 bulletproof vests. There's a baggie of drugs and a battered pistol as well.
I'll definitely take the battered pistol, but the drugs will be fine.
So
classic cops.
Yep. Let's see. They also have other typical cop goodies. Cop equipment. Yeah, they also had a laptop, and there's a notebook in the front seat.
Okay, who has a drive rating better than 20?
Not me.
Drive, I've got 60.
Cool. Dump the
I've
car.
got good drive too.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to convince me, baby, because I don't. What are they gonna do to me? I'm apparently a Time Lord. Haven't you ever seen Doctor Who?
Good grief! It's the power comes at a cost. Torment for
Dylan.
all of
Oh,
us.
Can you drive?
You're right. I
More
gotta keep this
horrible.
on the down low for a while. Oh, all right, I'll take the car.
Oh, that works
Oh,
too.
God.
All right. Yeah, you can get rid of the car. It'll take most of the rest of the night to sort of do that safely, and get back.
I'll just with the notebook.
Yeah, the notebook
got
has
time.
that cops that have better databases than you do. Clint Davidson has a office that the rent is still being paid on that they were going to visit tomorrow. It's called Global Health Aura, and it's has an address.
I'd like to go there.
Excellent.
I
think we'd all like to go there. We'd all also like to talk to Dr. Monica McKinney. As soon as
Are you going to
possible.
wait till morning, or are you going to go right now?
No.
No,
It's starting to become obvious to me that as long as Mr. Time Lord tries to summon his powers, we're all going to pay for it.
Yeah, the adrenaline's
So,
kind of taking me. I'm making sure I have the key in my pocket and getting in the car.
All right, so you
Let's
go
get
to the
them
global...
ready. I call shotgun.
All right. Yeah. So
And
you go
bulletproof
to
vest.
the actual
Just for my
house. Are
knowledge,
you
did
going?
you
Are
wait
you
for me
going
to
to
come back?
Dr. McKinney, or are you going to Global Health Aura first? I'll say you're all going as a single group for the sake
Oh,
of
yeah.
ease.
McKinney first, I think.
All right.
She sounds safer.
Yep. She lives in a nice 2-story house. The lights are out because it's like midnight. So yeah.
While we're in the car, I'm going to use the cop's laptop to look up to try and do a bit of research on what was the cult called? The Fellowship.
Fellowship of Eternals.
Yeah, Fellowship of Eternals. Yes.
Bureaucracy net minus 10 because you're using
Okay.
a stolen cop data laptop.
That doesn't make it minus 10.
Yeah, weird. You don't have login information. You don't know how these
Fair
databases
enough.
work. You haven't been trained on it, so there's that. Yeah, but let's see here. Yeah, so you're at McKinney's house. It's midnight. Lights are out.
Who's the most persuasive of us?
I'm hoping
can
for
try.
Golden God.
I've got 60.
I've
It's
got
Golden
40.
God.
40.
Yeah, I've got 40.
40.
I mean,
Okay.
It is
Oh wait,
Golden.
no, I have 60. Sorry.
Oh,
Thank God.
Dylan,
Yeah.
take the lead.
All right.
Uh,
yeah.
We need to tell her that this is an emergency. The cult is active and killing people. They've disappeared people. We need to find them and report them to the police. So we just need to find members that the police can interrogate.
Yeah, I guess I'll.
So you knock on the door. The light eventually turns on, and a woman answers, and she's like,
Oof.
"What?" It's just through a bolt, like a chain bolt kind of thing, or door chain. And she says, "Yes, who's this? Who are you?"
Hi, ma'am. I'm Dylan, and this is sorry. What was your name? I'd like to introduce your take. Like, what was your question? For her.
Will you repeat what was so basically
Yeah,
like?
essentially, yeah. I just didn't want to
find
revomit that.
Fellowship of Eternals. All right, go ahead and give me a roll. At a negative 20. Fucking midnight.
38 out of 60.
All right. Well, you sound very serious. From what I remember, they were pretty bad. I guess you can come in. So she opens the door. And yeah, she you can see she put something in her coat pocket. She has a night coat on. And goes to sit down. She takes next to the table. There's a pile of notes. Yeah, I was looking through my research materials. There were only a handful of members left by the time it basically broke up because of they were very secretive even by cult standards. They didn't try to recruit. They weren't proselytizing, which is unusual. But when they did pick a new member, anyone they targeted almost always became a member. They were very selective, but they seemed to be very good at picking people who would become members. It was very unusual. Instead of just trying to grab as many people as they can and squeeze them for everything they had, which is the usual cult MO. It was only down to like 5 people. Only one of them was known with the name Clint Davidson. He was a businessman, really bought into it, financed a lot of their stuff. But he called me a little over a decade ago and said he was really getting fed up with him. But then I got a letter from him saying not to contact me again. It would be considered harassment, and I had other pressing matters, so I didn't really press the point.
On the bright side, even if you tried to contact him, you couldn't get to him.
Oh, okay. Why? What happened to him?
He was in a concrete tomb.
Jesus. She kind of blanks. Oh, they were more serious than I thought. They have Clint Davidson had a lot of property. It was all in his name. If you can, but he used shell companies. I think his offices had a lot of those records. But if they had some sort of ranch or like farmland out in the middle of nowhere, and and these people were basically trying to if you can find that land, that's where their central headquarters was. But they were they were just what do you call it, just they thought they had a lot of beliefs in Roman mythology and trying to commune with God directly. It was an eclectic mix of Christianity, of Roman theology, and also they believed that they had some access to some other source material that they're secretive about, some sort of Liber of Vanus. I know that tome was mentioned. So a lot of cults had a mashup of beliefs. Yeah, they were quite eccentric. Geez.
Liber what?
Yeah. Liber of Vanus.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's very obscure. There's one copy in the Miskatonic University in Massachusetts that's known. It's got a very dark reputation, but this book is quite powerful, supposedly. I mean, it had quite the reputation. So yeah, if you they're I never found out where they were, but they were trying to find a way to commune with God, to be in its presence for eternity. They called it the gate and the key to the universe. So to live outside of time and space, to live in an eternity. They wanted to be eternal. So yeah, I just don't know where they are, and there's no known surviving members. Anyone who left the cult just disappeared entirely. I think they never had many members at their highest, only a dozen or so, but they were only down to like 4 or 5 members by the time I was talking. Clint called me, so yeah, kind of a thing. So that's all I know. I don't know where they were. Clint never told me, but it was all in his name. Yeah.
But Clint's offices had records that we might access, or the police might access.
Oh yeah. He did have a business called Global Health Aura. I don't know if that's still around or not. I kind of dropped it after a while. So yeah. Yeah. That's all I have. Sorry. Anyway.
Well, thank you very much. We'll
It helped a lot.
All right. So you head to Global Health Aura. It's a small office building in a generic office park. And it is a locked building. So
I knew I should have played the criminal.
yeah.
I mean, we have a key. Does it open?
Oh yes, it does. Weirdly enough, the key does work on the front door. So
Pay off.
yay.
Well, there.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this on the key? It says Chekhov.
Check off. So you open up. There's an office. There's scattered remains, of papers and all throughout there. It looks kind of haphazardly, like it's covered in dust. Almost everything is. But that's when suddenly it's daytime, and all of you are watching the office neat and tidy. And there's a couple of workers. Global Health Aura is selling new age books and products and crystals and things. And Clint is arguing with a woman. And they are, you can't quite make out the words. The speed is wrong. It's too slow or too fast. It's like listening to a record with a variable speed, and someone's just moving it up and down rapidly. So it's but Clint suddenly pauses and looks and sees all of you, and you're there, but only in body. And time stops, and then Clint is screaming. He's a charred, like withered husk. I die and I can't die. I die and I die and I die, and I come back, and it is through my death that they are communing with God. I am the catalyst through which all energies of the universe flows through me. Thank you.
Where's your ranch?
Thank you. There's a filing cabinet that starts glowing. Go, I'll get. And all of you are when you come to, it is still night, but you're all on the ground seizing, and blood is coming from your ears and nose. Everyone lose another point of power and 5 sand. But you go over to the filing cabinet, which is in the exact same position, and there's a deed to some land not too far away.
Should have asked how to stop it. Oh, we could have searched normally.
Well, you can search normally now.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Okay. Yeah, search.
12 out of 60.
Okay. With that, you find. Let's see. What are you trying to figure out? Let's see. You do find a lot of documents and other things, but you do find some cult material. It seems like the fellowship material did print some, or it had some handwritten note, or Clint had some handwritten notes that you find. So it's talking about how there's a final binding to live outside of time and space. To live, to be a true, to make their name just real, to be a real fellowship of eternals, to actually be eternal. Someone must perceive all of time and space, and to die and to be reborn, over and over again. And yeah, that's a thing that is happening. So yeah, let's see here. What else do you want to figure out? Yeah.
Did the woman he was talking to look like the woman who we saw leave the house occasionally?
She sure does.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
So straight to the ranch, then? We are running out of time, I think.
Yes, who wants to wear the body armor?
Yeah,
I'm
let
not
me just do a quick
control
power.
time.
Jacques, what is your current power?
My current power is 6.
Nice. What about you, Sandra?
11.
11. Okay. Broderick.
13. He was high up.
Let's see here.
Wait, how do you have 13 power?
Started at 17.
So did 17. Jeez.
Yeah, Sandra, you've gone through at least. Let's see. You said what was your power, Sandra?
My starting power was 15. My current power is 11.
Okay, yeah. So I think there have been 4 power.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That sounds about right. Dylan, what's your power at? Alex, you there?
I was muted. We've been through 4 of those. I would have 6 power left.
And Wyatt?
11.
Okay. Good. So, you can all head to the ranch. There's 2 sets. There's 2 bulletproof vests. Who wants one?
Already took one.
Okay. Who wants
And
the
the
second one?
shotgun.
Sorry?
I'll grab the other one.
Clearly, I don't need it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Also, we have the drop piece.
yeah, you do have 3 guns.
I am no gunner, so
All right.
I'll be the meat
Why do you
shield,
think
I
I-
guess.
Where do you think I picked up the shotgun?
I mean, I only have firearms at base, so I guess.
Is there anything like a chair leg I could break to use as a melee weapon?
Sure. Yeah. There's a emergency fire axe at the office. So you
All right,
can
I'll
get
grab that.
Yeah. Why not? So
That's always a bad sign.
I mean, there was that time I was interested in Asian culture, and I have a bit of, the kung fu.
Mm-hmm. So you go to the ranch, and it's pretty isolated. It's almost before dawn by the time you get there, and looks very not super well kept, but like they pay somebody once a year to sort of take care of it, and they kind of half-ass do it themselves, but not very much. But people obviously don't come here very often. But there's a handful of houses. Tin sheds, a big farmhouse in the back, a barn, and a utility building, like another wooden building there. The tin shed which is nearest to where the entrance has a light on, a small light on, and everywhere else is dark and quiet. So there's 4 buildings. And
Can anyone sneak?
I can. Admittedly, it's at 30, but better than base.
Yeah, mine's 30 as well.
Okay.
10.
10, but I can control time.
Don't. Just save it for when it's really needed.
Sneaking.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. Where are you sneaking to? There's 4 buildings, like I said. The tin building, the larger wooden building, the farmhouse, and the barn.
I'll go for the 10 first.
Yep. All right. You peer through the wooden shed window from the outside, and you can see an elderly man lying on a bed, staring up at the ceiling, breathing slightly. It's almost like he's in a coma or, meditating or something. He seems very still. Doesn't seem to notice you at all.
I quietly mention to the rest of the group one person laying down.
Shall we interrogate them then?
So where do we want to look? Where the person is, or do we want to go straight to the barn, which seems like the obvious place?
There are 2 solutions here. We get the answer from the cultists, or we get the answer from their source material, the Liber Evonis, on how to fix this.
Or we could get and take the place of the cultists and be Eternals ourselves.
Yes, but first we'd have to figure out how they did it, which is not insignificant. Anyway,
So let's go talk to that guy.
when he turns his head, I'm just going to indicate that he's Coco, he's crazy. Don't listen to him. Oh, shit.
Okay, so Jacques, what are you gonna do?
Well, are we going to go question that guy, or is Wyatt still over there?
I'm still at the door.
Okay, I guess I'll walk over to him and see if he prepare to go inside.
Okay, so
After you.
All right, so you're going in a tin shed, or are you going in another building?
The
I'm
one
gonna
with
go
the
for another
sleeping
building.
guy that Wyatt
can
was
go
in.
in.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll reluctantly follow, I suppose.
Okay. All right, so you go into the tin shed. It's one basically the size of a cabin, I guess, but more made of tin than wood. And the man in the coma does not notice you, or the man who looks like he's in a coma does not notice you, or does not react. He just
is there anything in the room other than him and a cot?
You look around. There is a small bookshelf with some books. There's a small lamp that's where the light's coming from. There's a big box of light bulbs. There's a bowl of water next to the bed, and you actually do notice there is a rug. When you look under the rug, you can see that there is a trapdoor leading down. Looks like into the darkness. Look like an earthen tunnel.
I'm going to turn back. Is Wyatt still behind me, or has he already moved on?
Oh, I'm at the door.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
rather go
Then I'm
Broderick
going
is
to
behind
motion
you.
to the trapdoor.
Oh, joy.
And then I'm going to say, you watch that guy. Make sure he doesn't get up. And I'm going to open the trapdoor.
Okay.
Okay.
You open the trapdoor. Like I said, it leads down into an earthen tunnel. There's a small
Okay.
wooden ladder that you can use to climb down.
I'll check over the guy, but could maybe one of you paramedics have a look at him? Is he here at all?
Sure. Could it do a medicine
You
or
don't-
a first aid?
You don't have. For free, I'll tell you, he's got a very slow pulse. But he's alive. You can give me a medicine check.
Okay.
I'm going to roll this as well since I have it. Nope.
No. Critical fail.
Okay. Yeah, he's dying. He's about to die. He's just like the last few years. Like, if you want to save him, you have to give him a shot of adrenaline right now.
Oh. God, he's going to be useless to us if he's dead. All right. First aid check.
All right. You slam that needle into his chest. He gasps and pump him full of adrenaline. He spasms and dies for real. And all of you give me a sand check.
I definitely failed.
I failed.
All right.
I pass.
Let's see here.
This is just a normal weekend for Sandra, apparently.
Two sand if you fail. To watch somebody die in front of you.
I'm good.
And what else? Yeah, all of you also lose another point of power and another 5 sand from that. But you suddenly feel like the curse has gotten weaker somehow. Like it would do that again for every death, but like then it would stop altogether. Somehow you just know that like your connection to the curse itself has gotten weaker. Like,
By the way, that's breaking point number 3 for me.
okay.
I mean, are we like counting breaking points as the power goes away, or is that lowering?
He has I'll leave it up to the player's choice, whatever's a more interesting role-playing choice for you.
Oh, I've been lowering it with my lower power.
No, and I've appreciated it quite a bit.
I mean, I don't remember how to calculate it. So
don't worry about it. We're just gonna keep playing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to slow the game down by explaining the sand rules. So yeah, if you realize one, if you kill any more cult members, it actually that's the only time it'll trigger. And if you kill all of them, the curse will be over. You just know that.
Guys, we just need to kill all of the cultists, and we can replace them.
Well,
Yes, precisely.
and then
Yeah,
Sandra
sounds
just
like a
knocks
great
It's
plan.
gonna hurt every time we do that. So maybe we should try the other solution first, if we
What do you
can
mean
find
hurt? Don't you feel more that power?
it. Yeah, you might. Maybe it's just draining into you.
Come on,
Okay.
let's see if they're down this hole.
Okay. Are you all
Sandra-
going?
Crazy.
Are you
Oh,
going into the earthen tunnel, or are you going to go somewhere else, or are you going to split up?
Sandra
I'm trying to
wipes the blood away
convince
from
them
her
to come
nose
with
and
me.
then
I
just
hate to
climbs
say
down
it,
the
I
tunnel.
have to follow him.
Hold on, one at a time. So Sandra, what were you going to do?
Sandra wipes the blood away from her nose and says, "Well, we've got some killing to do," and then just climbs down the tunnel.
Okay.
I've decided that considering she is past every sand check, she is utterly unfazable.
Okay, fair.
We'll see. We'll
I
see
like
if that holds
Sandra's
up.
attitude.
All right, so Jacques, you're going down in the tunnel too.
Yes.
Okay. Wyatt, what about you?
I have to follow
Okay.
the one with the shotgun.
All right, Dylan, are you also going?
Yep.
All right, and Broderick.
Well, it seems the obvious place to go for any culty activities. I suppose they need the experts on the actual occult.
Okay, so you all go into the earthen tunnel. You have your flashlights and your shotguns at ready. And
And my axe.
it quickly branches out into multiple directions. 3. So does anybody let's see, who has the highest Jock, what's your alertness?
40.
What's your alertness, Sandra?
20.
Broderick?
10.
Dylan?
40.
Wyatt?
60.
6. Make an alertness check, Wyatt.
Cool. Doing it now.
Mhm.
Nice.
You make it? Okay. So you get a sense that one tunnel's heading to the wooden building, another tunnel is heading to the barn. But then the third tunnel is not heading to the barn. I mean, not heading to the farmhouse, but heading to somewhere else entirely.
Well, let's take door number 3.
Okay. So you head that way, and you hear a voice coming up ahead. There's actually lights. There's a light there. You can see light coming from looks like there's a closed door. They put a wooden door leading into a larger chamber, or at least it looks like there's a chamber because there's light coming underneath the door. But as you all move as a group, you can't be super stealthy, and you can hear a voice. Who goes there? Looks like
Go on,
it's
Crazy
coming
Pants, say
past the
something.
door. Yeah. Looks like it's coming through. You can't make out the door very well. Well, I mean, unless you shine your light directly on it. But yeah, I assume you're keeping your light sort of pointed at the ground so you don't give away your position too much. You know what I mean?
Jack, introduce yourself to your worshippers.
It is I, Jacques,
God
Wait.
of this realm. No.
Time Lord.
Wait. You're the ones with the link. You're the ones who disturbed the sacrifice. I can sense it.
We're the ones with the power, yes. Now, who are
No.
you?
I want to break the cycle. There's just I want you to kill us all. I can help you. I don't want to live this long. We've all lived millions of years. Such evil. We've gone through the universe. We've done so much, so many sins to atone for. I must take advantage of our one time that we can truly know death. I'll let you in, but you if you want to kill me, you can, but I can't tell you how to kill the others.
Do you know
So
where they are?
a woman opens the door. It's the woman that you've seen. She lets you in there. This is sort of a cult ritual chamber that they've built underground. But there are sort of floodlights, and there's these etchings in the floor that they've actually made this in stone, and they've etched things in stone, but they're kind of glowing bluish light, real very very unnatural. And she says, there's only two others left besides me. Well, I mean, I just sensed the death of the sleeper. I forgot his name now. It's been so long. You that was the right decision. I can protect you from if you look there. Look on the altar. If you put your hand on the altar, it'll brand you. That'll protect you from further shocks if one of us dies. But there's two other members. Unfortunately, one of them, again, I forgot their real names, but one of them is, I just call him the ghost. He doesn't have a physical body anymore. There's only one way to kill him. And then there's our leader. He's in the farmhouse for sure, but he'll be tricky to kill. He's very quiet. He's very stealthy. Each of you put your hand on the altar. There's little time.
Before we do, what's the
human?
tiger? How does the tiger fit into all this?
I was already going to put my head on.
All right, so Jacques, you put your hand on it. Anyone can make a human check if you want.
I did 4
Okay.
That too.
out of 60.
All right, let me make a roll.
Oh, 50.
All right.
They're all human.
I failed.
Okay. Well, you believe her. It's fine.
I fell my humans as well.
Okay.
Broderick succeeds. Does he believe?
She seems hard. She seems different. She seems very disassociative. Like she's not sure if this is real or not. But she's not like deceptive as far as you can tell. But it's hard to tell. Her state of mind is, God, who the fuck can tell, really? So
What does the mark do?
it'll protect you from shocks. It'll establish you as one of the dominant in the link, not the sacrifice. Unfortunately, that'll accelerate things. If there's not at least one sacrifice present, that'll definitely cue the hound in. We've violated time so much that the hound has come. The hound corrects errors in time and space. And that's sort of a problem, isn't it? One thing at a time, though, I guess.
I don't plan on being a sacrifice.
All right, so Jacques, you put your hand on it. It feels weird and cold, but then it kind of disappears on your hand. But yeah, no other changes. Sandra, are you going to put your hand on the altar?
Sure.
All right, same thing. Wyatt?
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Okay. Dylan?
Yeah, I'll join in.
All right. Broderick?
There needs to be one sacrifice, you say? Is that permanent?
Yeah, everything here will be very permanent. Yes.
Will I become like Mr. I can't find his name now.
Clint. Yeah, Davidson.
Clint, if I refuse to take this mark.
That was Clint. That was his name. Yes, but if we all die, it'll end the ritual. If all three of us die, it'll end the ritual. The problem is that you will have to the ghost. You may have already be active. So everyone, give me an alertness check.
I fail.
Okay.
Pass
I fail.
15.
Make.
I pass.
Okay, those of you who pass realize that the door you came in has already been closed. And you can smell in the air the faint scent of kerosene. One of the lanterns has been tipped over. Now there is another exit out, but you don't know where it goes to. So
Well,
this is going to happen
how do we
very
kill the
quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have my medical
wait, so,
stuff? You said I had...
Sorry, did you make your alertness check?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you going to do, Jacques?
Do I have my medical kit on me still? You said I had the adrenaline.
Yeah, sure.
Do I have like a combination of like morphine and atropine or something that I could like just give her a couple needles and be like, thank you for your help. If you want to help us further, you can take care of yourself, and then run the other way.
Yeah, you can do that. You can give her a fatal dose of drug as your action.
Yeah.
Sandra, did you make your alertness check?
I did not.
All right. Wyatt, what do you did you make your alertness check?
I did. I'm going to secure the exit.
You go to the door. It's there's a bunch of kerosene there. It's actually closed on the outside.
No, I have the other door.
Oh, okay. You go over there. It's just an opening into the darkness. You realize it just goes to the left and to the right. So it's a tunnel.
Okay, I'm going to make a navigate roll and figure out if this will get us back to the farmhouse.
Okay. Give me a navigate check.
39 under 70.
The right will lead to the farmhouse. The left you will go to a field. You're not sure, yeah, what's there. But the right will head towards the direction of the farmhouse. Dylan, what are you gonna do? Did you make your alertness?
I made my alertness.
All right, what are you gonna do as your action?
I'd like to flee towards the cars.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I'd like to flee out.
I'm sorry, what?
Or flee.
Oh, flee. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So you head to the tunnel. Wyatt, are you waiting for Wyatt to tell you where to go, or are you just going to pick a direction?
If he's fleeing with me, I'm directing him in the right direction.
Well, I mean, that's all you were able to do is to get to the tunnel and figure out which way to go. So, are you staying with Wyatt, or are you just running a direction?
I'll stay with Wyatt, I guess.
All right.
Because I don't want to get lost.
Yep. Broderick, did you make your alertness?
No, and
All right.
I'm like confused why people are running, but I'm like turning to the woman and going like, well, how do we kill the ghost?
The explosion. The ghost can move things with its mind because it's an asshole ghost cultist. That's partially outside of time and space, but not entirely. So it's not got a tangible body anymore, but it can move objects. So, Sandra and Broderick, give me a dex check because you're in the chamber. And Jacques,
boy.
actually, you do too because you were giving the other cultist.
That's a fail.
All right.
That's a fail.
That's a pass.
Okay. Let's see.
42
here.
out of 50.
All right, so you passed, Jacques.
Yes.
Okay.
Her body absorbs the blow or something.
Well, actually, because you make your dex check, and you're conscious, you're well, you were aware of things. Are you going to try and slow down time?
Yes.
All right. Everyone, mark off a point of power and 5 points of sand. as
Even
time
though I
slows
have
down.
Hooray.
Oh no.
Yep, it's not like a superpower. You're just hitting the gas on going into a brick wall. And you're all
I've got 11 sand left. One more.
all
to-
gas, no brakes. Yeah, what you got all the time in the world now. What are you going to do? The fire is moving towards you very slowly.
Is the lady still operating at normal speed?
Oh yeah, only Jacques is moving at hyper speed.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Can I move like Broderick and Sandra?
Yeah, give me a strength check for each one you try to move.
But wait, everyone's reducing power and...
Yep.
Yep.
You're all linked to the same thing.
No,
You
wait.
critically fail?
Critical fail on one.
Which one?
And then a pass on the other.
Which one? Which one's the critical?
Broderick, odd or even?
Just take the other one. Broderick will be left behind.
Okay, Sandra.
Oh no, it's better.
No, Broderick has the critical fail. Sandra.
Yeah. Roderick, unfortunately, critical failure on strength when time dilation. He pushes you into the explosion. He trips. So he trips and pushes you into the explosion. The flames are licking around your face, or you're seeing you sort of tripped and shoved him into the explosion.
Can I do anything other than scream and die?
Well, this is happening so quickly to you. It's not happening. So, Jacques, you fell down. You shoved him into the explosion. What are you going to? If you try and save him, he's already engulfed in flames by the time you stand back up. Because, oops, you just tripped. You would have to go into the fire yourself if you want to try and save Broderick.
Well, considering my megalomania, I think I'm just going to turn for Sandra.
All right, you rescue Sandra. All right, this is going to be.
There is good news.
Yeah,
I am wearing a bulletproof vest, so this might not kill me.
Let's see here.
I'm very sorry, Broderick. Out of character.
Oh no, this is out of character.
Yeah.
This is fine.
How many hit points do you have, Broderick?
Oh, not many.
Okay.
Let's see, 10.
10. Okay. I'll say you have 3 hit points now. You took 10 damage minus. Let's see here. So you took 7 damage. Basically, 10 damage minus the 3 armor. So, yeah. So, Sandrick is saved. Time goes back normal. The cultist herself is killed. And you're heavily wounded, Broderick. This is not good.
Broderick just comes stammering out, smoldering, like, who the fuck pushed me?
It was really quick. But let's see here.
You don't fly towards an explosion. This damn ghost thing nearly killed me.
Wait, well, hold on. That was for the people that were in the room. The people at the tunnel, though, both of you give me dex check. If you fail, you'll take 1d3 damage from shrapnel, because you're still, it will be just 1 point of damage from shrapnel.
Oh, 1 point.
Make.
Okay.
Ow.
You're peppered with shrapnel. Ow. Yeah, exactly. Very ow. Much. So, it kind of hurts a little bit.
Or a lot.
Yeah, or a lot. Let's see, Dylan, do you want to treat Broderick? I don't think Jacques is in the right mind to do that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
We might want to get out from underground. It's not great to be here when there's fire.
Oh, I'll try and help him to safety then. Fireman.
Drag his ass. Follow me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow Wyatt.
All right, Dylan, did you make your check?
52 on, I guess, would be First aid 60. Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. You get back. Oops. It would help if I could write typing thing. You get 2 hit points back.
Only halfway
Roger.
dead.
Yeah, only halfway dead. Who has the shotgun? By the way,
I do.
Sorry, who's that?
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
Wyatt has
Wyatt,
the
Wyatt.
shotgun.
All right, Wyatt. What's your current sanity?
Current sanity is 41.
Actually, no. Sorry, it wouldn't be a sanity check. It would be, what is your current power?
My power is 9.
9. Okay. Give me a power times 5 check.
45.
I know.
That's a no.
No,
That's
it's
a
precise.
yes.
Okay.
On
all right.
the money.
On the money. All right. So, you feel some presence trying to take hold of you. It's almost trying to make you do something else, but you managed to resist it. Who's the person with the rifle?
I don't think we discussed that.
Okay.
don't think
I
anybody
don't believe I
grabbed
took
the rifle.
one.
Well,
Yeah, I
there's
have an
3
axe.
guns total: the throw piece, the rifle, and the shotgun.
Broderick did not take a gun.
Okay.
Nope, not I.
All right. So no one else took a gun.
I guess I'll have the throw piece.
All right. What's your current power? Give me what's your current power?
9.
All right. Same thing. Power times 5. Make a check.
Succeed.
Okay. Yeah, both of you, you realize that the ghost is there. Yeah, you don't know how to kill it. You don't know how to stop it yet because it's intangible. So that's something to think about. It can't. It goes away for now. It can't just keep attacking you all forever. Or I mean, instantaneously. But you can head on to the farmhouse.
That's
Yeah.
where the quiet boss is.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
All right. So you follow the tunnel and it comes up to a ladder leading up to a closed trap door.
Can we open the trapdoor?
Who's going to try it?
Uh,
I nominate the
as
man
much
with
as I have
the
the
shotgun.
as much as I have the shotgun, I can at least point it up. Someone has to go up first.
I've got the axe, so I'll go. Plus, I'm fearing nothing.
Okay, Jacques.
Crazy Pants has the right idea. Go.
All right. You push up. Yeah, the door. You can. It's just one of those. You push up, and push it up. So you going to? So yeah, the door. The trap door does not appear to be locked, so you can open it.
Okay, so I'll open it.
Okay. All right. You open it. You just fling it open. Are you climbing into the house?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Hold on.
Oh, dear.
You are you one of the 2 people who had I know shotgun sorry, Wyatt had a bulletproof vest, right?
Yep.
I did
Broderick
not
had the
have a
other.
vest. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
Broderick had the
convinced
other
that I
one.
was HUD.
Yeah. That's right.
It's the
All right.
only reason
Still
he
dealing with
survived.
my god complex.
Yep. Wow. Very lucky. A crossbow whizzes by your ear and cuts you on the cheek for a point of damage.
Well, of course, I'm a god.
But
And
it
then I
is pitch
charge.
black inside. All right. Give me an alertness check at half.
Okay. Definitely not.
All right, you stumble into, well, that guy isn't super stealthy either, apparently, but yeah. Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah, he did fail worse. But you aren't able to you're making too much noise to really notice. All right, so he stumbles in the dark and charges inside. Who's next up?
I'm going up to the ladder.
Okay. You climb up in there. Let's see here. Is everybody else going into the house?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I'll take up the rear.
I'm probably
All right.
just swinging the axe wildly in front of me.
All right, so we'll just go into combat at this point. And we'll just we'll do Jock, Sandra, Broderick, Dylan, Wyatt, just to keep it simple. So Jock, you're somewhere in a darkened house. All the windows have been closed, and there are shutters on all of them, so it's just pitch black in there. It is pre-dawn though, but it would be outside, so you could try and get light if you destroyed shutters. But right now it's very dark, and you're somewhere on the first floor.
Do I know? Can I feel like I'm close to a wall or something?
No, you're actually in the middle of a room.
Oh, okay.
Is it unnaturally dark?
How you can't tell? I mean, it just seems really dark. You do have flashlights though, so I guess you could start shining flashlights around. So yeah, flashlights would work.
Okay,
but
I
you're
searched
holding
for a
it.
window to break.
Okay. Yeah, I would say there's a little bit of light from the flashlights. All right, so give me a athletics check to just a strength check to knock down a shutter.
I make it.
Okay. Sandra, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to shine the flashlight around, try and find the leader.
Okay, give me a alertness check at half.
Can I do search instead?
No, that's more methodical. Alertness is quick and ambush.
Oh, I make it.
Hey.
At half?
Yeah.
Wow.
My
Okay.
alertness is 20, and I got a 7.
Damn. All right. Very good. Let's see here. He also makes it, but it's blackjack high, so it doesn't go over. So yeah, you see a glint of metal peeking out from a wall. It takes you a second, and you realize it's a crossbow bolt being aimed from a slit in the wall or something. Yeah. You point in that direction. And shine your light that way. That's your action. Broderick, you see that, but what are you gonna do?
Gonna try to dive for cover then, I suppose, since there's a crossbow bolt being aimed at us.
Yep. You find full cover. There is a shelf nearby. So yeah. Let's see here. Dylan, what are you gonna do?
I guess, do I see it? I passed my
Yeah.
Oh, I like to find a place to duck.
All right. You also find full cover, so you cannot shoot or be shot at, basically. But Jock can, and Sandra can, and Wyatt. What are you gonna do?
Well, I have a target now, don't I?
Yeah. Are you gonna
Cool.
shoot it?
Am I within? Well, would I get the plus 20?
No, definitely not. Also, he's behind heavy cover. He's shooting through a custom sort of murder hole kind of thing.
Well, let's make the murder hole bigger.
Okay. Yeah.
So add base 20, correct?
What's your skill?
20.
20. Yeah, you would just be a base. Yeah.
Well, I missed, but I put a fucking hole in the wall.
All right. Yeah, he fires again. You do put a hole in the wall, but he is a crazy cult leader. He's not easily deterred. And he's going to fire at Jock because that's who he is aiming at. And scores a critical hit.
Oh.
So, yep.
Uh,
All right.
Well then,
Yep. That is going to be 14 damage.
I have
That's
12
that
hit
kind of
points
complex.
left, so
Yep. All right.
right to the eye.
Yep. Jacques goes down. All of you, he looks like he was not Lord of Time and Space because he was focused on the shutter. And all of you hear a monstrous baying nearby. Looks like something's been alerted to your presence or is coming through to fix y'all fucking with the time stream. Let's see here. Then the crossbow bolt sort of disappears, and obviously you can see Sandra, you can see that whoever is holding it is going away. There's just a flurry of motion behind the little murder hole. So yeah, new round. Let's see here. Jock, you're quite dead. Sandra,
There.
what are you gonna do?
I'd like to try and barrel through the wall where it's been weakened with the shotgun pellets.
Yeah, you can try that. Give me a strength check.
Yes.
I get
yes. Sandra.
Yeah, I succeed.
All right.
Oh, Granny.
Yeah, no shit. You just battered the wall down. You Jock is dead, and now you're going to get revenge. You made a hole. You could see the an elderly man in a sort of black jumpsuit kind of thing, of all black material, hooded jumpsuit. Well, actually, no, you don't see he's an old man. He's wearing a mask too. He's just like fully ninja'd out, carrying a crossbow. But the crossbow's unloaded, and he's very surprised to see you. But he starts scrambling. He's heading to stairs leading up. Broderick. But you fall to the ground, Sandra. Like you just football slammed your way
Sandra
through.
just made a hole, so I suppose I'll go hop on through.
Yeah, give me athletics if you want to catch up to the guy.
Oh, that's not great. Yeah, I missed by 6.
All right. You're getting up from the floor, getting up from cover, but you're just getting across. So, Dylan, you there? Did you mute your mic again?
Oh, I was muted.
Yeah.
I'd like to charge after the cultist who shot my long-term partner.
Yep.
Or
Go ahead and give
partner.
me. You can make your sand check if you survive this fight.
Oh yes, that would be Before on, I mean, athletics to run over unarmed
Yeah.
combat?
I mean, it's like running across a crowded sort of very dark house.
pass.
You will pass. Okay.
Yep.
You catch up to him. Give me unarmed combat. If you want to, are you trying to punch him, tackle him, or what weapon do you have?
Oh, I'm tackling
Critical
him full on.
Yeah,
With that's an
yeah.
11.
Oh, you tackle him with an 11?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you definitely tackle him to the ground. I'll say as a bonus, you knock the crossbow out of his hands. He was loading another bolt. He's very practiced with it, but it goes skittering across the floor. So he is also unarmed. And he has the wind knocked out of him. So Wyatt, give me another power check. Power times 5.
Okay. I'm good.
Okay. All right, what are you gonna do?
Rack another shell in and run after him.
All right, give me athletics. If you crit fail, it'll be hilarious.
Well, yes.
Especially in this case, because I know what'll happen.
No.
Okay. You catch up. Let's see here. Dylan is wrestling with the figure, tackled him. So you don't really have a clear shot on him unless you don't give a shit about who you hit, because again, shotgun.
No, unarmed combat.
All right.
Smack him with the butt.
All right. Give me an armed combat check.
Sorry. Melee weapons.
Yeah. Melee weapons. That's a good point. Yeah, it is melee.
Don't fuck with paramedics. Their co-workers will get you.
All right. Yeah, you hit him. Let's see here. Go ahead and roll a d6 for damage. I'll give you a d6.
Definitely a large club.
It's, I mean, yeah, d6 is about whatever I'd give it. Delta Green's pretty conservative with weapon damage. All right, you hit him. I mean, he's wearing full black clothing, so you can't really tell.
I hit something and it wasn't Dylan.
Broderick, give me another alertness check.
Right. I make it.
Jacques is getting up.
I make my sound.
Yeah. Okay, good.
The ghost's possessed Jax.
Yeah.
Wait, he's got a body now.
Yeah, he does have a body now. Jacques, I'll let you choose which of your teammates you attack. I mean, you're being controlled by a murderous ghost cultist, but I'll let you pick. Probably Sandra and Broderick are closest.
I mean, I was gonna say, I guess I gotta finish the job I started with the fire.
Yeah.
Broderick.
All
He
right.
has been talking behind your back the entire time, so.
All right. So, yeah, the ghost, the now zombie cultist, no longer a ghost cultist, now a zombie cultist, is going to attack you with an axe. I'll say he has a 40% chance in that. Broderick rolls an 83, swings and a miss. So you can figure out what you want to do with that. So if the body's destroyed before the ghost leaves the body, that will kill the ghost. So the ghost can choose to leave the body, but you don't know how long that takes. But if you kill it outright, it'll be dead.
Define destroyed.
You're guessing if you do, well, the head is that's you can give me an occult check.
Yes, I make it.
Well, destroying the head or the heart is usually a good way of permanently killing something.
All right. I tell Sandra, shoot it in the head or the heart.
All right, Sandra, you're sort of picking yourself up off the ground.
I do what Broderick says.
Okay.
I try to shoot it in the head.
Okay.
I'm only at base, so
Yeah.
and I miss.
Okay. Let's see here. You hear gunfire going out outside, Dylan. They're yelling about something, but you're wrestling with the cultist. Yeah, the cultist is going to try and fight back, so this is going to be a post check. He's going to try and get free, Dylan. So he has an unarmed of 50. Go and give me an occult check. And all right, well, your 15 beats his 2. So you hold on to him. Now, do you want to do damage to him?
Yeah, I think I'd like to.
All right.
This is for you, and I guess I'm going to start hitting him, and unbeknownst to me that Jox is rising behind me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that does another 2 damage to him. So he's getting beaten up pretty well. Wyatt, you can go and give me another attack roll.
Cool. I'd like to shine a flashlight on him first.
Okay. Well, he's wearing full black clothing. Yeah, but yeah, you can see him now.
Good. I'm going to shove the barrel directly into clearly what isn't Dylan.
Okay.
The trigger.
Okay. Yeah, if you make this unarmed check, you can just blow his head off.
Cool.
But if you fail this unarmed combat, I mean, to shove it right into his head would be melee weapon. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
But if you make the melee weapons check, you just shove it right in his head and you can pull the trigger. It's not really a firearms check.
I make
Okay.
46 under 50.
All right. You blow his head off. Very good. It's not.
And it happens again.
Yep. All of you lose a point of power and 5 sand. No, wait. Unless you took the.
Yeah, I took the brand.
Oh yeah, no, but Broderick did not.
Broderick loses.
Yep.
One
yep.
more down.
All right, so it's going to the Jacques zombie is going to swing its axe at Sandra now. Sandra's the biggest threat. And I said I had 40.
Running.
Yep.
Oh,
All right. It's going to hit. And
Dodge.
dodging is a full turn action.
Oh.
So, do you want to take the hit, Sandra, and keep on
I would
shooting?
like to take the hit, please.
Okay. Actually, you can still make your attack first. But
Excellent.
yeah.
Same roll.
Hell yeah, nice shooting. All right, so you miss, and then it's going to. What is it? Axe is probably a D10. I mean, somebody could look it up in the Delta Green book. I forgot to grab my copy. It's on the shelf behind me, and I'm not going to slow it. All right, that's 8 damage, Sandra.
I'm still up.
How many hit points do you have?
Wood axe is a D10.
Yeah. It's a big bleeding wound. It's not fun. You're probably gonna have only a couple. Well, you'll have to make a con check. Well, no, yeah. At 2, you definitely pass out. I'd say at 3, you'll have to make a con check every round to stay up. Because blood loss is a thing. It's really bad. Let's see here. Dylan, you get back up. You look over, you see your partner is now a zombie. trying to kill you all. What are you gonna do?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, Broderick. Yeah. Sorry.
I'll unarmed it, and I have an idea. So.
Okay.
Yes, I have it.
Okay. What'd you roll? 35.
35 under. I believe it's 60.
Yeah.
He knows the kung fu.
Okay. Are you trying to strike it, or are you trying to grapple it?
I'm trying to grapple the bolt sticking out of its head.
Okay. Yeah. You grab onto it and yank it back.
No, I'm gonna move it around, as it were.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, I would say because its head's already destroyed, you definitely have to destroy its heart. But yeah, that will definitely hold it in place. So it's only going to be able to attack you next round. So.
All right, it's not the head, it's the heart. It's the heart.
Well, you learned something. Let's see here. Dylan and Wyatt, Dylan, you have to get up because the body's on you. That's sort of your turn, is pushing the body off you. Getting back up. Wyatt, you come back out into the living room area and you kind of see this is going on. And you're like, oh shit. What are you going to do?
Well, how close am I to him now?
You're pretty close. It's just a clustered field. It's like several people are in melee range with, especially Broderick kind of charged it right now. So you can try and butt stroke it, but he just said shoot it in the. You have to destroy the heart. So
okay, I am okay. Since this is not exactly a wide space, I would be within point blank range, correct? So I'd be able to get that plus 20. Mainly, I'm firing at the
but
melee,
you're firing.
so.
Yeah, you're firing in melee. That would cancel it out. I would
Voice
say.
calls on the wind. Use your powers.
You could.
No, I'm going to take a round to aim.
Okay. All right. So you start aiming. And that's
of course,
the
slide.
Sorry. No, not slide. The wall in the living room gives way as the tiger shaped thing, vaguely hound shaped, has found you all. So it is spending this round to survey the field. You've all seen it before. Wait, has anybody here not seen this thing? Did anybody not see it get eaten by the cop?
Broderick did not see
Or
the
get
full
eat-
thing. He has only
eat the
seen
cops.
its paws.
All right, yeah. So if you did not see it eat the cops, then make a sand check.
Pass.
Okay, 1 sand.
Ah!
Yeah, fair.
Anyway, there was something about being a sacrifice. Is it going to go right after Broderick?
Well, you'll find out at the end of this round, but you all get so it's going to try and axe you, Broderick, aiming for your hands to try and disarm you.
Right.
So, yep.
Aha!
And it fails with the 61. It only had 40 in it. It's a big, clumsy zombie thing. So, let's see here. Who is next? Sandra, what are you going to do? Oh, yeah. Give me a con check because, you know.
Oh, right. Yes. I believe that passes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
You're
it does.
still up. What are you going to do?
I would like to try and kick Jacques at the tiger.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an arm check.
Okay. I pass.
Okay. He will get to oppose this because he has a certain amount of strength and mass. So
Yeah.
I'd say he has 40 in this as well. But he fails with a 71. So yeah, you knock him closest to the thing. To the entity. And then Broderick, I assume you let go, or are you going to hold on to this and be pulled along?
No, I let go.
Okay. I couldn't make you roll to see if you hold on by instinct, but nah. Let's see here. Dylan, what are you going to do?
I'm done wrestling with the body.
Yep.
I look up and see my partner zombieing around.
Mhm.
I guess that's a sand check for me, or do I just...
Yeah. I would say for you, yeah.
Yep. That's that one. Wow. I guess
Yeah.
I got over that quickly.
Yeah, it's
I
more
wasn't, I
you're,
wasn't
you-
a great friend.
you're in shock, and he's been kind of an asshole in the last day or so. So yeah. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and get out of here, I guess.
Just escape?
Yeah, I think I'm
Okay.
just gonna run.
All right.
Not
That's
how
not too hard. There's several there's some windows you can just bust open. The throw open the shutters and jump and open the window. So you're doing that. That's unobstructed. Or you could actually. Do you want to try a window or try the front door?
That's a good question. I'm thinking. I think I'll just run through the door.
Okay. It is locked. So you start fiddling with a lock to unlock it. So, you're at the front door. Wyatt.
Do I still get that plus 20?
Yeah. No, you don't, because he got knocked out of the way. You have to keep aiming it. If the target moves, you really lose. You lose the aim bonus.
So she kicked him far enough that I won't get the plus 20 for close
no,
combat.
you do actually. Actually, no, you would get the point blank range because you are really close to it, and it's no longer in melee with anything.
Oh, then let's go skeet shooting.
All right.
I fucking hit.
All right. Yeah, you shoot it in the heart. And you don't have to roll damage. It kind of collapses. It just geyser of blood erupting from it. The hound thing screams and charges you because it perceives you're a threat as it already begins to fading out. So this is its last attack, targeting you, Wyatt. I'll say a 60% chance. And that's 78. So it fades out of existence before the claws would have torn your head off. Yeah. But you're all sort of paused there. And that's in the distance. You can hear sirens.
We need to get out of it now, and Broderick can verify that the last ghost is dead. That the last cultist is dead. It happened. One more pow.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It did. It did. So yeah.
And it feels like finally free.
Yeah. It does.
Yeah. It's over. It's over.
Good.
Okay.
We need to get out of here now. Just dump all.
Dylan, grab Battle Granny and let's go.
All right, and that's where we'll end. Whether or not you guys get prosecuted for the murders or for the deaths.
We'll blame it on the detectives who have conveniently disappeared.
Yeah, no, that'll definitely work. Yeah, they'll definitely really believe that cops would do this.
When they find their wet guns there, of course.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, sure.
In the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in the fire.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get caught. Maybe you won't. That's beyond. This is where the credits would roll.
Yeah.
So questions, comments, suggestions. You guys have fun?
Oh yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
What's the real way to kill the ghost?
No, she would have the suicidal cultist would have volunteered herself. So you get 2 for 1 if you had saved her, but you just let her blow up.
I thought I was doing the nice thing and helping her get a quiet death, but
well, I mean, she wanted to die, so she died, but she was volunteering to be a bait for the ghost cultist. But because you didn't save her, one of you had to die basically in order to lure him into a corpse.
Yeah, but that is the way.
Yeah.
I mean, my jock was gonna end by the end there. I had 11 sanity.
Yeah,
it was either gonna be my death or me as an NPC. So
I mean, you could have had 6 sanity left.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
1 sanity left.
Mm-hmm. Basically. Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys all liked it. Thanks, Beefy Jerky. He said, nice session, guys. Had fun listening to this. That's cool. Yeah, I had fun running it. It was just an idea I had. I watched some J-horror, found footage. I was like, what if it was you all were just cursed and that was the scenario? Like, what would you
Actually,
do?
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty
Oh my
good.
God,
And I like the fact that I just hopped onto the curse idea immediately because I was like the historical occult professor.
Mhm.
I had one like idea for the character, but once you give a 49-year-old guy who's never accomplished anything in his life time powers, I mean, what's he
Yeah.
gonna do?
Powers, not just hitting the gas on the curse. Yeah, the powers are just a seemingly positive side effect of the curse. Yeah, yeah.
I figured my megalomania was covering
Yeah.
up the fan loss.
Yeah, exactly. No, that was a good role playing choice. I like that. So yeah.
After all of this, Sandra still has decent power and has only lost 1 sanity. So,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
I mean-
aside from the 20 she lost from the
well, aside
yeah.
from the power loss,
We're going to be shells of our former self, but we're still human.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Dylan,
of
take
course,
care of my dog.
yeah, the 2 missing cops are gonna be
What
real
about your nephew?
ruin your lives. Yeah.
I said dog.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough.
All right. But yeah, that was it. The movie specifically was Noro the Curse. It's on Shudder. Noiroi. It's obscure
I've heard
found
about
footage. Yeah, Japanese J horror movie. I was like, you know what? What if they're just fucking cursed? And yeah, they have to figure out what the fuck's going on. And
At the beginning, there's nothing you could do to avoid it, right?
yeah, no, that's the whole setup. It's like, yeah, of course you go and help somebody in an earthquake. It's like, ah, shit, you just stepped on a magic landmine, essentially. And y'all got, that's the whole point, is y'all got screwed. How are you gonna deal with it? Yeah,
quick question.
It was a blast.
yeah.
I've
thanks.
not read the stories they appear in, so I don't know anything about them. The Hound was the Hound of Pindalos, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That was just,
Technically, we're all screwed for having seen it, but
Yeah. I was just
Technically.
because the cult was basically what the cult got from having that dude as the living sacrifices. They got to basically go throughout time and space and do whatever they wanted. They could live 1,000,000 years in a minute, or experience 1,000,000,000 years. Like you speed up, slow down time, go back in time, go forward in time.
experience all the realms of existence.
Yeah, go
Sleep
throughout
off.
the universe. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I need to
Yeah.
head off. It has been a pleasure. Thank you very
Have a
much.
good one.
What-
Thanks.
Why would
Yeah.
he sleep
Thanks for playing.
catatonic?
The what? Sorry.
The sleeper, what was he doing?
Oh,
The
he's just
sleeper,
the cult.
what was he
Yeah, he
doing?
was. Oh, he was just fucking cruising through the cosmos. He was just so far gone. He was never. He's like, I'm never going back to my meat body. Fuck that. Woo,
We
let's just fly
accidentally
through a
stopped
black
that.
hole. Yeah.
Out of
Uh,
interest.
yeah.
So my dream was the slowing time, and then I kept using that power. Did
Yeah,
I have
basically.
any of the other powers, or did we each have a different one?
No, it was just random. I was just giving each of you I made a D6 thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And,
Who was the serial cultist that we kind of like bodied?
oh, that was the leader. That he just goes around murdering people. He's just like a garden variety sadist psychopath. He has no imagination. He just likes fucking killing people. So just going around murdering people. Stuff like that. He occasionally checks in on the farm because they need to have the ritual space sort of left intact in order to keep the thing going. So yeah, just likes murdering people without consequence.
I wonder how many non-court serial killers this guy was.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he might have gone through different timelines too. Like, when you play a video game, you just murder everybody, then quick load. He was basically doing that. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Any other fun ideas that we didn't quite encounter?
no. Like I said, I was kind of curious to see how desperate you guys would. I might, like, if I run this for RPPR, ramp it up more. Make it like a doubling, like 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, or something.
I mean, and sure that they're quite high to begin with them, because we were lucky with that.
Yeah.
That everyone had chosen relatively stable characters.
Yeah, I might vary the effect more to where it's
Jobs
like
being the exception here.
it starts with 1 power, then it's like 2 points of strength, and then it's like it hits all your stats, and you're just coughing up blood, and like the effects get worse and worse.
Another fun thing.
Yeah, so
I
I
think
don't
that
know.
would work well.
All right.
Another fun thing you can do is weaponize the I'm going to trigger it and then randomize who gets the penalty until at least they get the branding.
Yeah. Well, I like you all getting the same penalties at the same. I like you all being linked to it so that you all get hit with it at the same time.
Yeah,
every time it activates.
it is pretty like, if one of us starts going over the end and doing what Jocks did, we're going to go down pretty fast.
No, I mean that's sort of the thing.
I mean, it was perfectly fine the way you did it because you didn't overdo it. You just did it when you felt it was appropriate, like when things were exploding or you were being confronted with the police.
Only when it would have hurt me. Megalomania.
Yep. But yeah. Anyways, it's. I'll probably think about it a little more and run it for RPPR at some point. But
looking forward to hear it.
Yep. All right. Talk to you later.
Have a good
Bye.
one.